Hello everyone, welcome to the Friday Fun Zone on Saturday. I am the Jeraffemy Jeremy Graves, and joining me, of course, the voice from beyond, but the very good voice from beyond, to guide me through what will be part 2 of the Pokémon Stadium for the Nintendo 64 Gym Castle Battle League, or whatever the heck it was called that I've now forgotten as I'm saying it. It is, of course, Felflowne. Claire, how are you doing today?
Hi, voice from beyond. It makes it sound like I've died, or that I work in one of those shops where they sell things for beds and baths and the other one.
What, beyond?
Is that what it is?
How are you doing? Happy weekend?
Happy weekend to you too, my dear. I'm doing all right. I had a bit of a disaster at work this week, as in I didn't really go, because I'm crazy. So this is going to be a nice opportunity to just hang out with my bud and play some shockingly good for the time Pokemon games.
Yeah, if last week's stream is anything to go by, we're in for a fun time tonight, because the Gym Leader Castle, we got a decent way through. I think we got up to Lieutenant Surge, if I remember correctly.
Yes. You've just reminded me I need to go and run and grab my cheat sheet because I have a new one. No, sorry, go on. Yes, go on. Yes, we did get Surge, I remember that now.
Yeah, and then I think we had a few issues, and then I think I didn't save something properly, so we basically ended the stream by me catching up to it.
Kind of thing.
Yeah. So, so I guess since last week, and now, first of all, folks, let's address the elephant in the room. Yes, this is the Friday Fun Zone on Saturday. You are more than welcome to blame me for that, because I mentioned on the stream last week... Say that again, sorry?
Saturday!
Because, as some of you may recall, I mentioned last week that, there will definitely be a Friday in the next few weeks where I probably won't be able to do Friday. It turned out that was last night, because I got some dates mixed up. So that is why we are here on Saturday today. But since we last met on this Fun Zone stream, I have been to a concert.
A concert? I don't think I've heard you call it a concert in a while.
Well,
eyebrow.
Yeah, there you go. I was at Wembley, don't you know? But yeah, I went and saw a gig at Wembley Arena, which was legitimately sold out by the sound of it. Roughly 12,000 people there. And it was the following lineup from early support band to next support to the main event. It was Lordi.
Okay. Yes.
Then Baby Metal.
Interestingly, didn't start with Baby Metal, but yes.
And then Sabaton.
Oh my gosh, that's like a fantasy football of a concert, that, isn't it?
It was so good. Lordi were great fun. They're very self-aware, so they sort of did a couple of songs, and they then kind of addressed the crowd and sort of went, so you're here to watch some Swedish metal, alluding to Sabaton. Then,
I forgot. I thought they were German.
No, they're Swedish.
Oh gosh. Well, I bow to your knowledge on Sabaton.
And then they said, you're also here to see some Japanese metal, implying Baby Metal.
Yeah.
And then they said, but first, you must survive the Finnish metal.
Finish him!
And it was just a really fun set, and they of course ended with Hard Rock Hallelujah, but the way they did it was they introduced their final 2 songs by going, we're going to end for you tonight with a couple of songs from our album, The Arocalypse. First of all, and then they went, no, not that song, give it a couple of minutes. First of all, this song for you, and then they ended with Hard Rock Hallelujah, and it was like I was back in 2006 when they won Eurovision. I think it was.
I was going to ask the question, Hard Rock Hallelujah, I presume, is the name of the song they won Eurovision with back when they first came onto everybody's radar.
Yeah, it was a good fun set. They were a good little warm-up band, as it were. And then I was already well up for the evening, just in general. This was going to be a good night. And then Baby Metal came on, and some might say I was far too into the rest of the gig, just in general, because I was well up for this. And, of course, I won't say all the lyrics, but I knew a large portion of them. And there were legitimately people around me being fairly concerned that a giant man was literally going crazy, headbanging and, pumping his fist in the air and whatnot, and knowing most of the lyrics. I could legitimately saw a few people just giving that look of, what the heck is going on?
I reckon you're very useful at gigs, Jeremy, because I reckon people use you to find each other.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Meet us in half an hour by that really tall guy.
I have 100% been to a music festival where I was standing by a burger van. This was circa 2009, 2010.
You're tall, but you're not bigger than a burger van. Just to make it clear for the listeners, you are not. I'm not saying he is bigger than a van.
No, but that was the fun part, because someone was on their phone, a bit drunk, trying to talk to their friend, and they literally said, "I'm at the burger van. Look for the tall guy."
And oh, that's me.
Yeah, and I sort of wanted to tell him, "Mate, you realise you could just say, 'come to the burger van.' That's far more logical a thing to say," but he was a bit rat-ass, quite frankly, so...
The idea of a burger van being so long, you needed an additional waypoint.
And then Sabaton came... Oh, I should say, Baby Metal were freaking great. I had a whale of a time. There were a lot of people still not entirely sure what was going on, but the way I tried to talk about it to people was...
not know what's going on.
But the way I tried to emphasize it to people were, even if you're not into sort of like the idol stuff, as it were, like the presentation, I said just appreciate the musicianship of what's on stage, because the songs they are playing, it's mental how good they are. So
I mean, concerts have always been a mixture of the music and the showmanship. So even if you... I don't understand how anyone could sit there and be like, "Oh, it's not really my thing." I'm like, you paid to be here, mate. You know, it's not like they hid that Baby Metal were going to be here, you know.
And then the main event was Sabaton. Their production was utterly insane. I am quite convinced they used an entire oil refinery's worth of like oil to generate the amount of fire that they did on stage.
That's a bit non-PC in these days.
That was the only way I could think of describing it, but it was
the carbon footprint of a small town.
The production was insane. Just their entire live show is so damn good. And it was just great fun. It was really freaking hot in there, because one of the last gigs I went to before the initial lockdowns was Wembley Arena, or at Wembley Arena, and it was Sabaton. So it was kind of like almost like a bit of a full circle thing, given the past few years and whatnot. And their live show is just so good. My buddy who had never seen Sabaton, he was having a great time. I was far too into it once again, and I had a freaking great night. And that drive home from Wembley, which is a good couple of hours, it's one of the tougher drives I've had, but that's because I'd put in so much energy into the gig.
I had to move my legs to make the car go.
Pretty much, yeah. Like, thank God I was driving an automatic. That's what I'll say, because my legs...
Next year, cruise control.
Evening Moth Fox, hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. I'm just regaling my thoughts on the Sabaton concert that I saw last week at Wembley Arena, which was a whale of a time.
We were just chatting shit about sorry if you hear me go, "Stop it!" It's because my dog is trying to eat my Coridon plushie, or the plushie that Jeremy actually got me that is the shape of a large round Shiba Inu, and she is not allowed to eat it. There's lots of cuddly toys in here that are not hers, and she refuses to accept that. I admit it's probably very confusing that there are toys that are on and off limits. Right. Oh, I was going to say something. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So Wembley, how many people can you actually fit in there for a concert? Oh, enjoy. I'm glad you're enjoying your night off, dude.
Definitely. So I think that what's the way to phrase this? I think the capacity as a whole is around 12k. And,
is that as many people fit in?
And the setup that Sabaton had, because I think there were maybe some seats at the side where the stage was, where they had to just corner them off because you literally wouldn't see the stage. So I reckon it was maybe about 11,500, but it wasn't far off by any means.
Is this, you may not know this, but is Wembley one of those ones where you can kind of have the small stage in the centre and pack more people in at the sides, or is that not a thing?
I mean, you could.
I don't know. I think I'm thinking about the NEC, you know, where there's like, you've definitely been to like wrestling shows at the NEC where there's like a little ring in the middle and they just pack people up to and you can fit so many people in there. Right, sorry. Right, bear with me, Jeremy. I just need to go and get my cheat sheet before I forget.
No, that's absolutely fine. And hello, Demiurgo. Welcome to the stream tonight. Hope you're doing well. Welcome, as I've been saying a few times now, welcome to Friday Fun Zone on Saturday for this week, because, you know, life is a wonderful thing. And I will say, when it comes to being at the gig last week for Sabaton, Baby Metal, and Lordi, it reminds me how much I love live music, just that feeling of live music. It's something that I crave so much. And funnily enough, actually, the next gig I've currently got in my calendar is in July, and I think that's Iron Maiden at the O2, which, at that point,
Which O2?
O2 Arena as a Millennium Dome.
Right. Yeah, it's just that there's so many venues that are like the O2 like nowadays, but yeah, the O2. Yeah, the O2.
Yes, sorry, I should emphasize the.
No, I mean, and there's a few places there's places in Glasgow, because you've lived in Glasgow, that people just refer to as the O2 as well.
Okay, fair. I hadn't thought of it that way because to me, I guess it's that thing where since it's been renamed the O2, like the one in London, that people just kind of know the O2. Like if you imagine it's like
You're totally right, and I think most people, generally across the country, if you said the O2, they would think Millennium Dome. But I am in Glasgow and stupid, so you need to give me a break.
No, because what I'm trying to think, because in Glasgow it's the Academy that's the O2 venue, Academy. And I mean in London, I mean it's obviously not open given what happened a few months ago, but Brixton Academy is an O2 venue. There's the Islington Academy, which is about 800, 1,000 people capacity, I think. This is a very weird tangent, but I'm going to roll with it for a moment. What else is there? I'm just trying to think. I mean, there's one. I know there's one in... Go on, sorry.
Sorry, go on. For people who maybe don't know, because I had forgotten, the thing that happened at Brixton Academy was a crowd crush where people died, and it was a big mess. And they've had their license revoked until they can sort out whatever the hell went wrong. So that is what's happening there. Sorry, I just thought people might need to know.
100% context is key, and also, funny enough, actually, okay, I retract that very poor choice of words, but interestingly enough, 2 of the gigs I have been to this year were meant to be at Brixton Academy and had to get rescheduled. One of them was Trivium, which got rescheduled to... They somehow managed to find a venue the same day, but they moved it to Hammersmith Apollo. So that was...
every time Sorry, this is again a tangent. Every time I hear Hammersmith Apollo, I think of that Eddie Izzard DVD that she recorded there. Wait, is she still Eddie Izzard, or is she using a different name now? Bear with me 1 second, callers. I need to just check.
That's what... I have a feeling, because I remember reading a news story that there may be... Pardon my poor choice of words, but I think they may be going under a different name now.
No, they are. It's Susie Izzard.
That's it, yes.
Susie Izzard. I think they're still using Susie Eddie Izzard, but it's she. But yeah, so Susie Izzard did a DVD recording at the Hammersmith Apollo. Did you say?
Yes.
And the way she opens it is like, Hammersmith Apollo was Hammersmith Odeon, now Hammersmith Apollo. Now every time I hear the words Hammersmith Apollo, I'm like, was Hammersmith Odeon?
Yeah, because Hammersmith, because it was the Hammersmith Odeon back in the day. There have been a number of.
I don't doubt her research.
Yeah, I mean, from a pure heavy metal perspective, there have been a fair few albums recorded at that venue and whatnot. But yeah, because names have changed over the years and such. But yeah, I know there's a Carling Academy in Birmingham. There's 100%. Is there definitely? I said Carling. I've gone back to the early 2000s. What the heck?
You need a drink chair.
I mean, maybe at this point, who knows? But that's what I was saying there. But yeah, so Trivium got rescheduled to the Hammersmith Apollo, and then it was meant to be Gojira at the Brixton Academy. That's the words I'm thinking of.
Very high ceilings when he comes.
Exactly right. But that got upgraded to the Alexandra Palace.
That is quite the upgrade. Strange upgrade.
Which, let me tell you something. Alexandra Palace is a very interesting venue because it's kind of out of the way. I'll be quite frank, it is a ball ache to get to. You have to go...
I mean, you're saying that as well. I consider a gig that I can't get the subway to a pain in the arse, if you're saying it's a pain.
Yeah, because you have to go on the Piccadilly line, sort of up nearer the top end of it. So I think it's Wood Green is one of the nearest stops, and then it's about a 20-minute walk from there. And it's right on top of a pretty big hill. And the view from the top of it is spectacular. It's just getting there is a nightmare. And getting back from it because of that, if you want to reach a last train, is nigh on impossible.
At least you can just sort of roll down the hill.
Oh, if only.
Maybe.
I mean, put it this way, after that gig, with some of the drunken people I saw that night, I'm sure they did.
You could have put them together and made a sledge and just sort of been like... Or, got them to do that thing that they use to get the rocks up, pyramids, to have them as the logs, and then they're get to the front, and they just run to the front, and you just roll down.
But a fun fact about that gig as well, actually, is they were being supported. I think I've told you about them before, offline, in this context, about a New Zealand band called Alien Weaponry, who all of their songs are pretty much sang it with Maori dialect.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's super, super cool, and they're really, really good as well.
I'm just looking them up. Alien Weaponry, a 3-piece Tereo band. Tereo Maori. That's the name of the language. They're from Waipu. I'm probably saying that wrong.
Yeah, it's a fascinating story as well, because they've actually helped to, what's the way to phrase it? Not sort of restore the Maori sort of language
but
dialect
they've
as well.
reignited interest in it. They've raised its profile. Yeah,
that is exactly the phrase I was thinking of.
There you go.
So diving into the chat for a second, talking about like sort of gig venues and stuff like that. Mothfox was saying, I remember when I was at the Plymouth Pavilions for a WWE NXT wrestling show, was about 2,000 folks if my memory is good. Sometimes those sort of venues are really cool when it's an intimate environment like that. It is just really, really good fun. But they do add, my seat was all the way in the bleachers in the corner, was an awful seat. Yes. That 100% can happen. I've had that a couple of times. I think I saw, funnily enough, I mentioned them earlier, I saw Iron Maiden at VO2 circa 2018. I was right up in the upper deck of the O2, like parallel to the stage, if you imagine it, like right on the side. And it was just like, I wanted to be there, but man, that was not a great seat.
Yeah, like, I'm already too high up in general. Now I have double vertigo. Not good. It's I don't go to many gigs. I'm boring. And also in recent years I now know that like I have auditory issues as well. So, and I'm fat and lazy, so I don't like standing up at a lot of things. The last gig I went to, I left halfway through, and unfortunately that meant everyone else had to go with me, and I felt terrible about that because I'm like, they shouldn't have to go with me because I'm a flake. But anyway, so the last thing I went to that could be considered a gig was Hannah Gadsby, who is a comedian, came to the King's Theatre in Glasgow. And I don't know, have you ever been to a concert at the King's Theatre? What's it like? Because that thing is higher than it is wide.
I'm sure, well, this is the thing, I don't tend to go to theatres that much, mainly because I can't fit in the seats. Partly because of my wide arse, partly because of my exceedingly long legs, or because I'm nearly getting a concussion from the roof.
So the thing about I really do not, I'm not a huge fan of theatres because I get horrible vertigo and I always feel like I'm gonna fall. But the King's Theatre is or King, I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's like, it's so tall. It's like sitting inside a 7-tier bunk bed and watching something on the other side of the room. And I just remember sitting in this chair and thinking, there must be a mistake. I know I'm fat, but come on. And the chairs are just like, it's almost like they're for different species, like with way shorter legs.
This is an interesting fact, discussion point, because there are a lot of theatres in general, like worldwide, let alone the UK, that just haven't been renovated in the last like 30 years.
Short of making them not quite as flammable, yeah.
Yeah, exactly right. But it's more the point of that they haven't, for example, upgraded the seating, maybe to accommodate the fact that people in general are larger, be it because they're taller, whatever. But they just haven't upgraded it. And I basically just give up going to the theatre, because the last time I tried, it was the most uncomfortable couple of hours I've had. And I genuinely just regretted going, because I never actually saw the show because I was too busy trying to get comfortable without disturbing anyone.
Yeah, and it's difficult, isn't it? Because you're like, I'm already feeling like I'm taking up too much space. I think the problem is the theatres have had to balance up, you know, the cost of renovation and updating for the larger, more husky population, shall I say, and the amount of money that having more seats gets them. And the bottom line is, someone like you going elsewhere is less damaging to their bottom line than packing in a bunch of people.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? Like, they're not going to turn enough people away to make it worth it. So, yeah, I mean, it's not unsafe. Let's put it that way. It's not unsafe. It's just uncomfortable. I mean, like, I was sitting with my legs to the... That's the problem as well. You go to the theatre, and we're all, like, people of the age, so we've got, like, a bag, usually, and it's winter, or Glasgow, or both. Then you'll have a coat, and then you're like, well, of course I need to take it off now because I've got all the heat of everybody below me in steerage coming up.
So true.
And I was just like, oh, so I'm just there like, I'm now hovering on a bag and a coat, and I'm even more scared that I'm going to fall into the goddamn stalls. But anyway, yeah, I'm not good at live performances. Toasty, exactly, Mothbox, exactly. Jeremy, do you know Mothbox?
Do I? I know the name, obviously, Mothbox.
I just checked on Facebook to see if you were friends. I don't think you are, but then again, I know you don't use Facebook much. Yeah, no, he's a good dude. He has a very, very cute cat.
I mean, already a good person in my book if you got a cat.
Already, all right. I have news too, but should we get going? Because I'm aware that we haven't really done anything yet.
No, hey, look, you know what? We're warming up, as it were. But as mentioned, folks, we are going to be carrying on with Pokemon Stadium from where we got to last week. And I know we have already got a discussion point we want to bring up. Because before we went live, you sort of mentioned, why is Paul Rudd trending? And I can explain that to you in a few moments.
Yeah, okay, sorry. So more, and don't take this the wrong way, more basic white guy stuff. We're about to talk about football.
On that note, Pokemon Stadium. I guess that was the worst segue I could give, but there we go.
I mean, I do still want to know why Paul Rudd is trending. I mean, I'm always a fan of Paul Rudd trending, but very specifically to do with a very small, I assume, Welsh football team. I'm not really sure. Oh, Ree, but you might know about this. Maybe not. I'm making assumptions because Ree as well.
So, okay, so we're on the screen now, so I might as well put. So, for context, Wrexham Football Club is currently owned by. Well, I know one of the owners is currently Ryan Reynolds, as in, yes, that Ryan Reynolds. And I think Paul Rudd was a guest there, and there was a picture doing the rounds on social media of him having a pint in the bar with someone.
Oh, I know there was a picture recently of Carl Urban with Sam Neill?
No, mate, that would sound about right.
I mean, this is unrelated, but it was Carl Urban and Sam Neill, and I think the reason it went like viral is because he's just like, I'm just having dinner with a sad, tired dinosaur scientist. It just made me laugh. Anyway, sorry, continue.
So, who's our team going to be for this battle? I can't remember what the permutation was that we had last time, but all I know is in the team we selected, we basically have 0 water.
Yeah. Okay. So, my boy Parasect! Yeah, of course, Parasect.
So first of all, here's Persian's moves.
Okay, right, hang on. My brain. Oh, right, sorry, yes, apologies. Right, okay. Oh my god, sorry, it's really hard to get your brain back into Generation 1 when you've been playing Generation 9. That's not a read, that's just, honestly. Mothfox suggests Graveler. Oh, or maybe he's just reading what you've got on screen.
I do recall that I think Graveler did okay because we basically got completely wiped, I seem to recall.
The thing is, whenever I think of Graveler, I think of that. Have you seen that video about literal Pokemon moves? It is one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. It's basically just a compilation of short animations about if Pokemon moves were literal. So there's one called Bubble Beam, where the Pokemon goes, "Blah!" and just like sicks out a beam, like a steel beam, but it's in like a bubble. So it bobs above the head of this Geodude, and he's like, haha, and then it pops, and of course the soapy water goes in his eye, and he's like, so funny. Oh my god, it was so funny, and it becomes like this really long, like epic story.
Do any
Pokemon have ground moves? Yes, they must have, because we picked it last time, didn't we? What have we got?
It must have been ground.
Oh yeah, you've got Earthquake.
Grounder is a villain from the old Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon. You can tell where my brain's at.
What? Oh yeah, so Parasect got any ground moves? Reese seemed to think it does. Yes. So we got 2 ones with Earthquake there, and we got Dig. Diggy diggy hole. Oh, just one. Oh, you've got a message there, Jer. From
Why,
Kenta
hello there, Kenta Hayabusa. How are you doing, good sir? How is Canada today? How's the weather over there?
Okay.
Thank you for joining the stream. Hope you have fun tonight.
I think he's just popping in to say hi, but yeah, nice to see you, Kenta. I presume it's one of your mates there, Jer. Hi.
Yeah, it was just a wonderful person who has listened to many a wrestling podcast I've done in the past, amongst other things.
Snow yesterday in Calgary. Yesternight in Calgary. That's just the use of Kenta's use of yesternight there has just reminded me how I did a post like a few days ago, which is just like, I wish people on the North American continent knew what Fortnite meant. Me in 2016, me in 2023. No, not like that. Oh my god, right, remember Raichu has Surf, he fucked us up, that was what went wrong last time.
This is what went wrong last time already.
Yes. Do you know what's really funny? I then switched on to playing Pokemon Scarlet and the exact same thing happened to me in a raid.
Yeah, I basically just started the battle just so we could do like a test battle, so because I've got it all saved and whatnot. So
the thing is, his Surf will only be super strong against ones that have a ground type, which is obviously Graveler, unfortunately.
And Raichu's speed was better, as I've just remembered as I've hit that move.
Okay, he should.
So Graveler gets wiped.
Dog.
Yep.
No, he's dead.
Yeah, so this is already memories of last week. So if anything,
Yeah,
this is a recap, folks, of what we did last week. So you know.
yeah. In case you missed us getting wiped, this is us getting wiped in the exact same way. Ken was just saying that I think the fortnight blindness is only applicable to the United States. It doesn't apply to Canada because their spelling and parlance is quite similar to ours, and closer to French as well, obviously, because there's very much more French. There's different parts of Canada that are more French than others, I think.
Montreal is a particularly French
Yeah.
part. It's more Quebec in general, I think.
Yeah, and it's a different type of French as well, which is like Quebecois, which is, I guess, a bit like Glaswegian English.
Fair.
Like, you can tell what they're saying, but you're like, but just so unclear. Did you say? Well, I just keep looking at Raichu, and he's just like, and again! I'm like, oh, come on, buddy.
Oh, super effective critical hit. Oh!
Did you get him? What did you get him with? Dig? Oh, nice.
There you go.
I just couldn't believe that I got by a Raichu with Surf in 8 generations later. Where he's like, my boy, Parasect! Oh, boy. So, nice win. Yeah, I mean, good job, Jer.
I guess I'll do Dig again then. Let's just keep going.
Diggy,
hang on.
What?
Is Reflect physical or magic?
Reflect is physical.
Okay, so this probably won't do very much then.
No, it should be fine. Is Dig a special or a physical move? I thought Dig was a
special move. That's what I meant. Sorry, I said magic because I was thinking, oh, I know what that
is
in Final Fantasy.
I knew what you meant. I can't remember if Dig is special or physical.
Oh, super effective. Okay.
Oh, that's good. Well done.
You know what? Let's just let's keep on this Dig train, as it were.
Dig train. And also because we're in Gen 1, they can't do any bullshit like have an ability that makes them float. Although they might still have Magnet Rise.
Not very effective. Look at this tank that is Parasect.
Fucking love that boy! No Magnet Rise in Gen 1. Good to know. Thanks, Ray. I have to say, when I first saw Magnet Rise, I was like, that is the move that makes total sense, and I'm infuriated by it, because I was like, yes, that's... I would have probably called it Maglev, but I'm a nerd, so...
I wonder if the name's any different in Japanese, and maybe it was just like a localization thing.
Some of the Japanese names for the moves are absolutely insane. This is a nice segue onto a conversation I was having with a friend earlier. In Generation 9, there are several new Pokemon, obviously. And unarguably, the absolute best one is Clodsire, which is a evolution of the Paldean form of Wooper. And it's like Quagsire, but it's on all fours, and it's an adorable little salamander creature. I mean, little, it's huge. It looks a bit like a stonefish, I think, only cuter. So I was Googling him because I wanted to draw him, and you know how Google just sort of like throws up the first few things like, oh, we found this. And it just said, Clodsire, Japanese name, Doo, spelled D-O-O-H. And I was like, what?
Thank you for your service, Parasect.
Parasect, we salute you, thank you. But yeah, its name in Japanese is Doo, or as a British person would read it, Do. And like a bigger stunfisk. I'd have to look that up. Sorry, Mothfox, I'm not great outside of Gen 9 or Gen 1. I'm in scary territory.
So, sorry, quick opinion. Given that, what do you think we should go with? Obviously, I'm not going to do Thunderbolt.
I would do... what does Bide do?
Is it one of those sort of recurring attacks?
I think it might be a status move. 1 second. Bide, move... What does Bide do? It, oh no, it's damage. What does it do?
I mean, I'm personally tempted to go with Double Edge, only because I don't think... Actually, you know what? I might be thinking about this wrong, because Thunderbolt, as Demiurgo was actually saying in the chat, because Thunderbolt, we just need a little bit of damage, because it's a 6 HP.
Yeah, use Thunderbolt, because it won't hurt you, whereas Double Edge will.
And now we've got
Bide
speed.
is kind of like, it's like rest, only instead of you getting HP, it's HP being taken off the other guy. Yeah. Okay. You can't do anything for a few turns, but your damage is basically being sent out.
What's our final opponent? Is it Pikachu? No? Okay, well...
Didn't Voltorb... No, it was Electrode that messed us up last time.
Okay. So. I guess double edge? Oh, wait. Bide this one, they're saying in chat. Right, let's do it.
Yeah, I think that makes most sense. Bide, I'm always a bit of a slut for Screech, but I love Screech. Demir Girl put me onto Screech, and I fucking
I'm
love
guessing
it.
that move missed. Oh no! No! Persian! No!
It's okay. It's not 100%.
We're slower. We're
Oh,
slower.
Supersonic. Yeah, Moss Fox is saying he tends to spam Supersonic, which is can it confuse you as well? That move? I can't remember.
Uh-oh. In the words of AC/DC, thunder. Ah ha ha ha!
Oh yeah, the Supersonic causes the target to become confused, but I think it might have done something else in Gen 1.
Hmm.
Or possibly this Pokemon just has a chance of paralyzing you when it attacks anyway.
Thunder. Oh! Okay, so we've basically got one more hit.
We could do it.
Oh.
I think we'll do better once I'm actually paying proper attention.
Oh, Persian, buddy. Come on.
I still haven't finished my story. What was I talking about? Oh, Doo.
Yes.
Doo. Godfire. So I was like, why the hell is it called Doo? Because Japanese Pokemon names are like 5 layers of pun in a pun sandwich usually. So I can tell you why it's called Doo while you fight for our lives. Where is it? Gary.
This thunder's gonna hit. I can feel it. Oh well.
Pepperoni! Let's try again next time. We're getting better each time.
Basically, don't use Graveler against Raichu. This is what it comes down to.
Yes, don't have Graveler be the first person in the party, I would say.
To be honest,
it's his ground typing that makes him awkward, I think. Put him not first, because anything without a ground type is not going to... so don't put anything against Raichu that's got a ground, rock, or fire type of any kind.
So, based on how well that went, then, should we start with Parasect?
Yes, of course.
So.
Oh yeah, sorry, Moth. I was wondering about that. Sonic, I thought that was a different move. Sonic Boom. Yes, Sonic Boom.
I mean, we could potentially just keep the same party, but just have them in, because as long as
move around the order, that's what I was thinking. Okay, sorry. I will get to the end of this story. God damn it, Jeremy.
I'll tell you. Okay, well, I will just tell you. I will select Parasect, then Persian and Graveler, and we'll go with that and see what happens this time.
Okie dokie. Right.
But continue.
Are you ready? So, Clodsire. Its Japanese name is Doo. From 2 kanji. One that can be said as do, which means soil, and another one which can be said as doku, which is poison. And then a rather long phrase called that says O-san Shouwo, which literally translates to King O, as in O-san, the large pepperfish, right? And I was like, what? So literally the only part of that it takes is the O at the end. So it's like do O. And as I was saying to Gary earlier, having O at the end usually means like an emperor or a king, like Inuo or Yu-Gi-Oh, yeah? King of Games. But it's also a reference to Nuo, which is the Japanese name for Quagsire, which is obviously related to Clodsire in some way, because they're the same. They evolve from the same Pokemon. And Quagsire's name comes from the kanji Numa, which means swamp, and O, again, from O Sancho. But I was like, what the fuck is a great pepperfish? Large pepperfish. I've never heard, I googled it and I was just getting recipes. So I put the kanji specifically into Google Translate. And do you know what it is? It's a giant salamander, which makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
So literally the Japanese name for this salamander is like the king of the pepperfish or something. And all they did was basically take the O and make it like the king of the swamp or the king of the soil. And I just love that. I just love it so much. It makes me laugh, makes me smile. And we were looking up because we were trying to work out why Wartortle has funny ears, because we're like, there's no reason for those ears to be like that. I don't understand. So I thought maybe it's like a reference to something. So I looked up what the Japanese name for Wartortle is, and it basically translates to tail-tul, as in turtle and tail.
Fair. I love puns like this.
What the kanji that it's based on is kame, Not Kami, but Kame, which you
As in
probably
turtle,
recognise as the candy that's on the back of Goku's gi in most of Dragon Ball Z, because it's the symbol of Master Roshi's school, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
The turtle school.
Also because the move Kamehameha, turtle wave attack.
Yes, exactly that. So yeah, I love puns like that, and there are so many of them in Pokemon names, and this is why I love that Bulbapedia has a thing at the bottom that goes through all the names for them in different languages.
Are you aware of the details surrounding Wobbuffet in Japanese?
I know some stuff about Wobbuffet. Like, I think there was a theory that he's just the tail or something.
But what's the one? As in the actual, like, the mannerisms of the character are actually inspired by a famous comedian in Japan.
That makes a lot of sense, actually. I'm just having a look here.
Yeah, because if I remember correctly, I think when Wobbuffet was part of Team Rocket's gang, it would always just randomly appear and sort of just go, Wobbuffet, and salute. But apparently in Japanese, the way it translates, he's actually saying, that's right. Is technically saying, that's right. So it's kind of backing up whatever Team Rocket is saying, no matter how ridiculous it is.
Like Meowth, that's right.
Yeah, essentially. It's something similar to that. It's been a while since I've thought about it, but it is genuinely interesting.
I'm looking at the trivia section on Bulbapedia as we talk. So many sprites of Wobbuffet. Why do they have lipstick on?
Oh, also, Electrode's out now, so...
Electrode, is that like Dick's out? Electrode's out! Wobbuffet has the highest base HP stat of any Psychic-type Pokemon.
Oh wait, what just happened? I thought I digged. I dug. What was the word? Alright, so what are we going with now then? We've got Electrode. I'm inclined to say Graveler purely because...
Yeah, I don't think Electrode has got Surf, but if it does, I'm sorry.
It used Swift, thank you, Mothfox. This shows how much we're both paying attention because we're too busy talking about puns at this point.
Oh, Swift, that always goes first, yeah.
Yeah. So, we're going with Graveler, that's what I've decided.
Yeah, I'm just having a look here. It says Wobbuffet is likely based on a punching bag. That is when it's hit, it bounces back. Alternatively, it might be based on the concept of karma, as it's known to cause damage if it is attacked first. It also may be based on what's called an Okiagari Kuboshi doll, which is a Japanese traditional doll that, like a Weeble, if you push it over, it comes back up. It says, given that Wobbuffet often touches its hand to its forehead, it may also be based on the late Japanese comedian Sanpei Hayashia, who was famous for repeatedly touching his hand to his forehead while saying one of his trademark lines, "So Nansu Oku-san, that's the way it is, ma'am."
There you go, that's what it was. Electrode's done, by the way.
Good job.
I mean, I didn't do anything. It attacked and it got recoil, basically.
Oh, yeah, it did. Oh, I love it when they kill themselves like that.
Hi, Raichu. How you doing, buddy? Okay, I'm just going to say this now. Do I try and attack, or should I just change to Persian?
Swap him out. We don't want him. Sorry, Graveler, we need you alive, and Raichu is not going to help.
I mean, I think Raichu's the final one, which is partly why I said it, but...
Yeah, definitely bring in Persian.
I mean, if we get Surf, at the very least, Persian might... Okay, well we'll see.
Yeah, no. It's not super weak to Surf, though. It's a strong move, but he should hopefully survive it unless it crits.
Yay!
That's fine.
Yeah, Electro did explode. That's what I thought it was. And there was a whole recoil from that.
Yeah.
So,
I would say, seeing as Surf didn't fuck us, use Screech and then maybe use Bide.
Okay.
This is where I find out that Bide is a special move, and I fucked us yet again.
I think it's normal in this.
No, as in special, as in...
Oh, I see, right. Thunder.
Oh, no, it's physical. We're fine.
Oh, noes!
Oh, damn it! What did it do? I missed it!
It was thunder. Well...
The best part is there's a freaking delay, so every time Ree's like, no, don't do that! It comes through, like, as we die. It's hilarious. This must be so infuriating. What? I'm so sorry.
Hi, Graveler.
Okay. Oh, no, not Graveler!
Okay, look, I'm going to make a suggestion. Do I just do self-destruct for the sake of it?
I mean, you may not get a chance to if he does, like, quick attack or something.
That's what I'm wondering now. On the off chance that move makes me quicker, and I survive it.
Self-destruct won't make you quicker, I don't think.
I mean, either way, we know it's going to be Surf that's next. Just, we know it.
I mean, the sensible thing to do would be Earthquake. But I have a feeling it's going to kill you anyway, so...
Yeah. Oh!
He's fast! He's a fast little bastard! Sorry, can I just point out he was surfing on his tail there? Did you see that?
Yeah.
Did you see that? That was freaking adorable.
Okay, I'm going to make a suggestion here. I love Graveler.
Yeah, I haven't really suggested anything. I've just been watching us die over and over.
I think at this point...
Take Graveler out?
Yes, we need to just swap out Graveler. I really like Graveler, but
okay.
in the context of this battle...
I'm going to look up Pokemon that have Earthquake that aren't ground type.
So we're going with Parasect, we're going with Persian, and what's the final one we should go with?
Right, give me a second, please. Chat, if you could just hold your wrist for a second. That would be great.
I'm inclined to say Lickit Tongue or Ivysaur.
Want to go and look this up on my own. Bear with me, please.
Where's the hold music when we need it?
Do 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 do.
I'm not at ad status yet, otherwise I'd run an ad, you know.
Oh, sorry. I will be with you shortly. Right. Okay. So people who can use Earthquake in Generation 1, nobody has not got Ground as a type. Wait, we did have Lickitung. Oh, Lickitung.
Yeah,
I haven't gone down.
I'm looking at Lickitung right now.
Why Lickitung is not in this list? Oh, it's because it doesn't learn it by leveling up. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, Stadium does work a little bit differently.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. So, so a possibility. So leveling up is not an option. What else we got? How about try? 1 second. I'm going to look at my thingy. Okay, try Arbok or Ekans. They might have it.
So we've only got the option of these 6 because this is the party that we have.
New ones. Right, sorry, my bad.
We can keep
with Earthquake.
But we'll keep that information in mind though for future.
No, I've got it up in front of me. I don't know what moves obviously they give these guys. Yeah, I think there was a couple of shouts for Ivysaur, so whack him in, I would say.
Ivysaur it is because that's what we've got then.
Yes, and is he first or second?
He'll be third.
He'll be third. Okay, whack him in then, yeah.
Ivysaur it is. Let's do this. Just please survive Surf. That's all I ask.
Ivysaur, I barely know her.
Hi, Electrode.
Well, we can try Lickitung next time.
I mean, at this point, are we just going to get past Surge? That's my question.
We're going to do it at some point, just by sheer, like... Right, so I have 2 stories to tell you, Jeremy. One is, as soon as we logged off last time we were here, I immediately went onto my Nintendo Switch and was like, I need to buy this game because it's great and I want to play it. And I discovered that it was a free download, and I was like, oh my god, nice! I must have the subscription that lets me do that. Right?
Oh, sorry. So you mean as in this game, Pokémon Stadium?
Yes.
Right. Sorry. Okay.
What other game was that?
I don't know.
Oh, you thought I was saying, I downloaded this game, and I was about to tell you what it was. No, this game, as in the game you're literally playing right now. Well, I obviously didn't download this game on its own, because as you know, it's a big N64 pack.
Oh no.
For goodness sakes, you absolute babe!
You see, we were doubting it a little bit last week, but Parasect, utter tank in this game.
I'm now sad I don't have Parasect in Pokemon Scarlet, but I'm also glad because he's a creepy little zombie. Anyway, yeah, so I downloaded the N64 pack for Switch, which was a free download. And I went to go and try and play it, and it was like, you can't play it. You need to have a subscription. And I was like, but I have the subscription. And it was like, oh, then we'll just restart your Switch then. But you have to turn it off properly. You can't just put it in sleep mode. Okay. So I did that. Turned it back on. Still wouldn't let me do it. So I was like, right. So I went into my settings to see what my actual setup was. And every single option for a membership for the Switch was grayed out saying cannot be bought, cannot be bought, cannot be bought. And I was like, what? I want to give... What? So Thank you for coming with me on this journey, by the way.
That's cool. While you've paused, Persian or Ivysaur?
The trainer hasn't issued an order.
Either, I guess. Ivysaur can heal himself.
I have a vague recollection, though, that lightning attacks are strong against grass in this for some reason.
They're not. No, they're not.
Okay, I've clearly got PTSD from a different game.
No, lightning is strong against water and flying. Grass is actually quite resistant to electric, so yeah, put in Ivysaur.
Ivysaur it is.
Where did I get to?
So, all the options for you are grayed out.
Yeah, and I was like, hang on, so not only can I not purchase it, I don't even know if I have it, and I can't seem to check. This is weird. So I started Googling, being like, what the heck is going on here? Ollie's little butt! That's so funny.
What move do you want me to use?
What do we,
I'm tempted to try Sleep Powder.
Yeah, I mean, it might miss.
Yeah, fair.
He's Razor Leaf.
Let's do the Razor Leaf.
So I was like, oh, that's a fighting move? Seismic Toss? Fighting move, right?
Go on, Ivysaur. Go on. Critical hit!
Nice. So yeah, so I was like, I don't know what's going on. So, and the Switch is mine. It's always been mine. Like, Keith uses it. My husband uses it quite often. Like, especially when he has a game that he's enjoying. Like, he got really into Fire Emblem Three Houses, and you know, I basically just let him have the Switch for that. But it's mine, and it's registered in my name. So I was like, why would it? Nice job. Why would? Oh, you made him sad! You're a monster.
Oh no, he's just sad. Ash's Pikachu is no longer the main character. You know.
It will be for another like 25 years on this game.
Oh no!
Oh no! It's the boy. Right. So, grass is also strong against water, and grass is also resistant to water attacks. So if you use Mega Drain,
that's
maybe,
what I was thinking. Try and get a little bit of HP back.
Get some health back. But he's fast, so he might go before you.
Oh no!
It's Body Slam.
Ah!
I mean, Raichu's just a beast. So anyway, we were like, I don't understand why it wouldn't be me, but Keith, could you come in and log in as your account? And we'll see if there's any different options showing for you. Turns out the online account is actually in Keith's name, and I can't. And we were like, why is that? And we realised it's because when I got my Switch, the only thing I played endlessly was Breath of the Wild, which doesn't require an online account. Then Keith got Animal Crossing, which does. So he bought the online account, so it's all in the game. So I was like, right, so what's going on? Turned out we did have a thing, but we didn't have the right subscription, so we had to upgrade our subscription. Long story short, I've got the game now.
Yay!
And he was just like, it's incredible for the time. I was like, right? And I was like, going through some of the fights that we'd done and things like that, and I was just like, look at this, look at the action, it's amazing. Like, the amount of work that went into this is crazy. Oh, this is going to kill you, Jer.
Yes!
But it'll kill you.
No, it won't, because the game is friendly like that.
Oh, well, you don't do that bit.
Well, no, I think in the context of this, it's like what I call it. It's not like the residual damage bit. If the match is over, it's like, nah, that never happened.
I saw a comic about that the other day, and it was just like somebody fighting. It was like a comic. Somebody sent out a. I think it was some fighting type, basically, or a Mudsdale or whatever. They sent it out against an ice type, and they were like, use double kick, right? So it kicked it, knocked it out instantly, right? And he just walks back to his trainer, all like thing, and the trainer just goes, I said double kick. And he has to turn around to this Pokemon that's already passed out and wrench his leg back, and he's like, no! And it goes to black, and there's this crunch noise. Like, oh, it's so cruel. Hello.
So we're at Erica, which I genuinely cannot remember what the Celadon gym normally is. Like, what's the ordering? I'm trying to remember. It's rock, water, electric, grass. Okay then.
Yeah, Celadon is green. It's a green color.
Yeah. I was just very confused because the actual emblem in this is not green.
No, it's not. Okay, so grass is super weak against several things actually, but not everything that you'll have in this generation. So it's weak against fire and flying and poison and bug and ice. And I don't know how many of those types you have in this generation.
She loves the Oddish family, apparently.
Oh, so that's what's that? Poison grass?
I think so. Yeah. Let's.
No, Oddish. I'm getting confused with somebody else.
Let's find Oddish. Yep, grass poison.
Oh, grass poison. So this is a nasty move that they use on you because Oddish and Vileplume and that they're one of those Pokemons. I call them some stop hitting yourself Pokemons or the shy Pokemon because their two types hate each other. If that makes sense, like they're weak against themselves. Most Gen 1 grass types are poison type too. That's interesting. I did not know that. Nidoran's a poison type. So you've got to think the game is smart enough to know that you're going to bring like fire types. So it's going to bring like some mixed types that are going to mess with you.
Charmeleon has Dragon Rage? Wow, alright.
Is that Dragon type? I didn't think you had Dragon type in this game.
Yeah, because you've got
Oh, sorry.
You might have Dragon moves, but not necessarily type.
Right. Okay. I have no idea how that works in terms of. I know Dragon type is very resistant to things like everything basically other than itself. Flying is weak to ice, rock, and electric. So watch out for that.
So part of my thinking, right? If we went with Charizard, from the perspective, it's got a fire move, it's got a ground move, but it's also got fly, which would buy us a turn, if that makes sense.
What's the relevance of the ground move? Because ground is weak against grass, but it is strong against poison.
Yeah, that's partly what I was thinking.
So yeah, sorry, I can't remember any of these.
No, it's just there's a lot of info.
Let's do it.
Well, for now, Charizard. So what other types did you say originally?
So grass is super weak to fire, poison, ice, flying, and bug.
Okay, well let's look up some ice, because we haven't had much of an ice go at the moment.
It's just my only experience of playing a Pokemon game in Gen 1 was the card game, and they didn't have all of these types in that. I think they only had like 7 or so. Who's ice in this? Cloyster?
Jinx?
Is Jinx ice, maybe?
I don't know why, that was the first one I thought of. Where is Jinx? Or am I just being crazy?
Articuno will be ice, right?
Yeah, good point.
Ice Beam. I think Ice Beam might always go first, which is useful.
Seal and Dugong apparently as well. Where have I gone past them? No, I haven't. Okay.
No, it's not Ice Beam that goes first. I think it might be Ice Shard that goes first.
Aurora Beam. Ooh.
Oh, that has another effect. Aurora Beam. I'm trying to think what it is. Aurora. Well, I don't know if it will in this
Cloyster,
game.
one of my favourite Pokemon.
I love Cloyster. Oh yeah. Aurora Beam has a chance to lower the target's attack, and it's about a 1 in 3 chance, which is quite a good chance actually.
Oh, Lapras is ice as well. Interesting.
The percentage chance of lowering the attack dropped to 10% from Gen 2 onwards. I love Lapras. Water is weak against grass, so watch out for that.
Yeah, so...
Well, show me Dugong again.
Oh, where's it gone?
He's a bit further down than that, I think.
There we go.
Oh no, there he is. He's water. It's difficult because the thing is though, he won't be super weak to grass because ice is strong against grass, so that will protect him slightly. But it will be a bit of a downside.
There's Jinx, right? There we go. Ice and Psychic.
God, I hate Jinx so much. But Psychic, yeah, good. Psychic's also strong against poison, so that's a useful thing.
Yeah, I think Jinx might be a strong one.
Yeah, I'll put Jinx in there. Why not? Why not?
Okay.
What's so what have we got in terms of? Have you got a Pidgeot? Show me Pidgeot.
Back to the top. back to the top.
Pidgeot or Pidgeotto? Oh, down a bit. I saw it.
There we go.
Right. What's the options here? We got normal flying.
So that's
So
Pidgeotto.
they'll be weak. They'll be weak to fighting, electric, rock, and ice. Mirror move, hyper beam. Okay.
And let's go with standard Pidgey. Toxic, right? Sure.
Oh, toxic. Oh, that could be good. Yeah, whack Pidgeon.
But aren't some of the Oddish family already poisoned though?
Yes, but poison is strong against grass, so it will be useful. And toxic doesn't do damage; it just poisons. I seem to recall. So it might be good to. That's the thing. If it's a poison family, it might not work to poison them.
But Pidgeotto also has a psychic ability in agility.
Agility just makes it faster.
Yeah.
Interesting that Sand Attack is a normal type attack in Gen 1. Yeah, Ree's backing me up there. Toxic doesn't work on poison types. Yeah, poison against poison is probably not a good
what about
idea.
Spearow and Fearow, maybe?
They totally can, Ree, if there's an ability that allows you to do it, but only in like Gen 7 onwards. It's called something like Corrosion, I think? But yeah, there's no abilities in this game, so...
What's Golbat? Oh, no, poison and flying, alright.
Oh my god, Golbat, I forgot how freaking weird you look.
So good.
Look at him, his weird little gambling around. Yeah, I know, Ree. What about Ninetales?
Yeah, or Arcanine.
Like Ninetales.
Where's Ninetales? Sorry, I'm losing
Sorry,
the plot. There we are.
There he is. Ground, not great. Fire Spin. Oh no, I'm thinking of Flame Charge. What does Fire Spin do? Oh, Flamethrower. That's powerful. And Reflect will make you stronger against physical moves.
Little Vulpix.
I love Vulpix. Can we put Vulpix in for now? Because I really like Vulpix. Do we have bug types?
Oh, we haven't put any in yet.
Yeah, it might be an option. Scyther, maybe?
Is Tangela a bug? No.
No, I think Scyther's bug flying. Yes. Ironically, it does not have any bug moves. Hilarious. Double team is good because it means that it's harder for them to hit you. Flying is strong against grass, so wing attack will be good. Yeah, put him in for a minute. Put him in for a hot minute. Bug moves are rare and crap in Gen 1. Well, hopefully his bug typing will be an extra protection against... Oh, we didn't put... was there a reason we didn't put Articuno in? Is it because he's water as well?
Because we put Jinx in, didn't we? Because of the ice. I'm game for putting Articuno in, honestly.
Why do we put both in? Yeah.
Sure. Alright. So, we've got one more pick. Anything else?
The only move in Gen 1 is Pen Missile. Try and find, what's it? Beedrill.
What's at the top? I should know the poker rap by now, really, but...
Well, it's not in order.
What kind of Pokemon are you?
How do you do the things you do? Good luck with blocking its poison gas. Make one wrong move and it'll kick your grass. That's how I only remember that poison is strong against grass through that. Like, until I started playing Scarlet, that rap was the only thing I knew about Pokemon types. Yeah, whack Beedrill in there.
Alright, so our team is Charizard, Jinx, Vulpix, Scyther, Articuno, and Beedrill.
Good spread, because you've only got two. You've only got one pure fire type. The others are all hybrids. So that's a pretty good idea. Right, let's go.
Okay, to register. Let's do it. Registration complete. Thanks, Ditto.
Do you know why it's a Ditto? Because I found out when I was playing it.
Oh, because they're all clones.
Yeah, they are all Dittos. Everything we've got is a Ditto.
Yep. So.
Okay, Hufflepuff, Hufflepuff, Evitor, Rattata, Paraseth, and Cubaneth. I have been described as Cubanesque. So, funny story. The German word for the Jigglypuff pre-evolution, Igglybuff, is Floofloof.
What?
Floof.
Floof?
Floofaloof, as in Fluffeeluf. I'm going to write it in chat, otherwise it's hard to...
Floofaloof!
Floof. I mean, it's... A British person would say Fluffaloff, but it's Floofaloof, because it's German.
So, what do we want to go with?
Okay, so what's he got? He's got Eevee, which is... Don't underestimate Eevee, it's got some weird moves. Got a Parasect, or a Paras, basically, so... Puffeter and Tuffeter, they'll have, like, status moves up the wazoo, so, like, they might send us to sleep, or, you know... Great fun. I don't know how to counter that. Cubaness is what? Rock? So yeah, Puffeter and Tuffeter are normal type. Eevee's normal type. Rattata is poison type, I want to say.
What about if we put Scyther in to start with? Because fire and flying, but the amount of different moves we have might lend us well as a starting Pokemon.
In first, and then we've got fire and flying. So then
sorry,
maybe
I said Scyther, didn't I? I think I meant Charizard based on that.
Sorry, I was confused there. Yeah, whack Scyther in, and then maybe maybe Charizard afterwards.
Right, so Scyther, Charizard,
and show me Beedrill again. We've got quite a lot. Oh no, he's not flying. Maybe put. Focus energy is good because it increases your chance of doing a critical strike. Critical hit.
Beedrill?
You put Beedrill in for this time.
We don't have any ice in, though. Is that an issue?
I mean, we don't have to have every single...
Well, no, it's more just trying to cover our bases, isn't it? But
Yeah, but I mean, with 3, there is only so much you can do.
Right.
Example, I keep going up against the Pokemon tournament in Scarlet, and your opponents are randomized. And there is a character who only fights with evolutions, and I keep forgetting to take something to counter her goddamn Sylveon. And if you haven't got the person in your party, you are screwed, because Sylveon will just wipe the floor with you and laugh. So I was just there like, I mustn't lose. I have to start back at the beginning if I lose. His head is so big, it's adorable.
What would you like first? I'm tempted to say Slash just to gauge how much damage it may or may not do.
Yeah, why not? Or you could do double team to make it harder to hit you.
Well, we've got the speed advantage. Good. Critical hit.
I mean, pretty good. Oh, that's strong against flying.
Oh,
that's strong against flying. Okay, but you survived it.
Okay.
We can hopefully take it down even if we don't crit with Slash, we should be able to do it.
Yeah. Come on, Scyther. One of my favourite Pokemon, Scyther.
I love Scyther. He's so aggy in Scarlet and Violet, though. He will literally just come after you. Oh, you turned it into a freaking coaster. I was like, I'm okay! I'm just a little beaten up.
Okay.
Maybe use double team?
Yeah?
That's what I would do.
Let's do it then.
It may not work.
We've got the speed, that's good. Evasiveness.
So hopefully that means he'll miss more.
Engaging its Shadow Clone Jutsu.
Yes! Yes! I feel validated! Right, okay, cool. Now we can attack. Scizor is awesome. I have 2 Scizors. Right, so he is a normal type. None of these moves will be super effective against him, but you could maybe poison him, or wing attack.
I was going to say maybe Toxic just to try and poison.
Yeah, why not give it a go?
Because we know we've got the speed advantage.
Yeah, Mothfox is saying keep using double team. That, again, is kind of what I would do, but at the same time, I'm like...
You know what? We got the hit, but...
We did. We got the Toxic on, and I'm happy about that.
Exactly, because that will inevitably cause a little bit of damage then. So, who do we have next then? Charizard or Beedrill?
I think is the one where it does more damage each turn. It's a really nasty thing to have done to you. Toxic move.
So Charizard or Beedrill?
Sorry, 1 second. Accuracy. The end value of toxic is reset by rest on this thing. All right, okay. So I can't remember what moves everyone has. Beedrill is bug.
Charizard has a bit of everything. Beedrill was more grass and bug, I want to say?
Yeah, whack Charizard in. Oh, there you go. Toxic doubles the poison damage. So if he's got poison move, it might be good. I don't know if he does, though.
Charizard's happy
His
face.
face is a little weird, I'm not going to lie.
Is a fire spin?
Yes, because I like the idea.
The commands are issued. What now? A decent hit.
This is just making me want to watch,
Right, that's what it does. Yeah, it means that they can't actually do anything.
Battle continues.
It's got a chance of not doing anything.
Yeah, so I guess a dig?
Dig your hole, why not?
Mainly because I just want to see Charizard dig a hole.
It is quite funny.
Oh, attack continues. Oh yeah, it's one of those constant ones, isn't it?
Yes, sorry, fire spin. Yeah, it does do that.
But then with the poison every time,
Yeah, it's not bad.
it's working.
Furious battle.
Oh, I might have hit fly then, inadvertently.
Eh.
Here's a Pokémon.
Oh,
Oh, they pulled him back. Interesting.
okay, well, what have we got now then?
Oh, it's
Paris! That little pose of just the... Ah! So,
Yeah, fire. Oh, wait, no, hang on. Paris.
I mean,
Is this one of
if
those
it's bug,
poison
should
grass
I
ones?
just fly?
Hang on 1 second, sorry. Paris is bug grass. Okay, I don't know if is it bug grass in Gen 1? Yes. So bug is yes, fly. Bug is weak to flying. And so is grass. So that is a good choice.
Higher and higher. Reflect.
Oh, that'll protect it, but
Paris's little pose like it's going to take over the world, like it's Pinky in the brain.
I also love the fact that the crappy animation where they just basically what just happened? Oh, they pulled him back again. Ugh. Okay, it's not going to be super effective against him, but
But still poison
he's
though.
still poisoned.
How will the swamp Pokémon fight?
I
Oh,
guess.
I'm gonna beat up Lass. Oh no, damn, Lass got hand.
Here we go.
Let's
Yes!
do it. Diggy hole, diggy hole.
We avoided.
Oh, good, because that's a dick move.
Yeah.
I don't think it does any damage, but it will paralyze your ass.
Yeah, that's the main thing. Dig.
What's this?
The idea, that
Critical hit.
the idea that Charizard is just underground and just appears from nowhere.
There's only one Pokémon left in reserve.
Yeah, you're just there on the other side going, oh, I wonder where Charizard is. I better not move.
But why is there a giant hole over there? Does that mean anything? I'm sure it doesn't.
Use fly again.
Yeah. As I was saying in the chat, now destroy Paris.
It's more resistant to physical
Yeah, reflect like your life depends on it.
rages on.
Because it does.
Here comes the aerial attack. That one hurt.
There we go.
Goodbye, Paris.
There, yeah, we got a nice beefy team this time. I'm liking this.
It just worked that time, yeah, so that was good. We'll see what else we got.
I'll make sure
I've been
to-
trying to order food this entire time. We've now been on this stream now for nearly an hour and a half, and I still haven't matched. Okay, don't forget to save
No,
or whatever.
I'll do like the suspend point thing because I've got that
Yeah,
down now.
whatever is the right thing to do. I've just realised the window's open and I'm bloody freezing. Wait, the window's not open. That's weird. I thought I opened it. My house is haunted.
We are now
by my
facing
bad
Beauty
decisions.
with quite an interesting team actually.
Oh, look, she's got water and normal.
We have
Fifty and seedy and doody and udy and pityody.
Tinidi.
Teeny D. So yeah, Teeny D will be dragon. CD will be water. Right? I think is Rock? Right on. Right. Ground rock. Oh no, that's Rhyhorn, isn't it? Sorry, probably the same. Yeah, same. So yeah, ground rock, and then you've got water for Seaking.
Yeah, Mothfox has just said the trio I was thinking of, and that being Jinx, Beedrill, and Articuno.
Yeah, sure.
Mainly because we know we've got a few water types in there, and the ice will do that some lovely damage. And starting with Jinx as well, it's got a nice combination of moves.
Well, ice is not strong against water, dude.
I had this in my brain last week, didn't I?
Water and ice don't actually have any relationship to each other.
Where am I convinced that ice is strong against water?
Ice is strong against grass, flying, dragon, and ground. And water is strong against fire, rock, and ground. So they're both strong against ground.
Oh, well, either way,
No,
we'll do.
mate.
Let's try it, though. So we'll go with...
Water's resistant to ice, but it's not super strong against it.
That might be what I'm thinking of, then.
And ice is crappy against water. So yeah, water is like not going to take a huge amount of damage from ice, but it's not like super...
Alright, so Jinx, Beedrill...
My voice like, that Dratini worries me. He's got a plan, and I don't like it.
We start with Jinx.
Oh, I already want to forfeit and leave.
And we're against
Oh god, that's
Seeding.
our Pokemon, isn't it? Oh. So water, your options are electrical grass to do super effective damage. Do not use Thrash, I would say. Because I think Thrash makes you confused.
So Psychic.
I mean, it's not going to do super effective damage, but sure.
Go, Jinx, go.
Here's the first move.
Special attack fell.
Vigorous attack. A decent hit.
It did not do much.
What a furious battle.
God, she's even worse in 3D. What does Lovely Kiss do?
I want to
that
say
safe?
that's a defense one.
Understand.
Severe hit.
Oh, 5 HP.
How dare you?
Super
Oh, I think it puts people to sleep. Yes, it's a sleep causing.
Difference in HP.
You can put him to sleep if you want.
No, I mean, it's got 6. It's got 5.
Jinx, can you stop? I'm calling the police. I hate you.
I'm going to do Thrash just because we only need a couple of HP. So
That's fair.
Big crashing.
There's absolutely no reason for Jinx to exist. I'm infuriated
have
by
you seen the
her.
episode with Jinx in the Pokemon?
Yes! I wish I hadn't, but I did back in all those years ago.
Oh, it's Rhyhorn.
Oh, it's Rhyhorn according to the announcer.
What did he say?
It's Rhyhorn, not Rhydon.
Yeah, no, I looked up the right one. It's fine. It's just hard to tell.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
thrashing
it's still
about.
thrashing!
Oh yeah, I forgot Thrash is like a multiple turn move, isn't it? Oh no. Are we just stuck in endless like...
It's a hit. Neither one.
And you'll be confused when it ends. Okay, cool.
Yes, that's what Thrash does, yeah. That's
Sure.
quite a lot of damage, but...
Hindsight's a wonderful thing.
It didn't do much damage. What'll it do? Hark!
Well, the rate it's going, Jinx won't be lasting much longer anyway, so...
Good.
One still raring to go.
Okay,
But the
what we going with then?
Fears beat.
Mm,
Psychic or Ice Punch?
I mean, I would use Ice, because he's part ground.
That's what I was thinking, yep. And the chat is agreeing.
Staring each other
Ice Punch it is.
It makes me think of Sangria.
But I'm confused. Will it happen? Yes, it did.
I love it when you manage to do that shit. I'm like, yeah, fuck you. Laws of probability.
Laws of Ice.
Pokemon.
Fuck you, ice courts.
Oh, it's Staryu. The remaining
Hi, Staryu.
is 3-1.
Is Staryu Psychic or am I dreaming that?
What? I
Was
don't
Star
know.
Me?
I thought they were just water.
Oh,
Hang on.
either way, I'll use Psychic, but...
Staryu is
Jinx
water.
fainting is terrifying, according to chat.
Oh god, I'm ready. Starmie is water psychic.
Here we go.
It's a swift attack. Good hit.
Wait for it.
That spinning is incredible. No, don't like that.
What?
Which Pokemon
I have so many questions. So, would you like Articuno or Beedrill?
Wait a minute.
Pardon?
What the fuck? was that? Okay. Right. Neither of them are ideal. Beedrill?
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't doubt you, Rhea. I just wasn't prepared.
The remaining Pokemon stock is 2-1.
Let's go with a double edge.
Spark fly.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I would have used the grass move personally because he's weak against that.
That's fine. I was more just thinking that at the time, let's just try and finish this off quickly. But given that Staryu apparently is faster than me,
Furious battle.
that changes it.
Use your Mega Drain.
Mega Drain. Hydro Pump.
Uh-oh.
Nail the weak spot.
I was about to say you won't survive that.
Oh well.
But it doesn't matter if you're like strong against it. Hydro Pump is so strong.
Well, in that case, Articuno.
Oh, it's Articuno. There's just one Pokemon aside now. The
Choose your
battle is
move.
right down to the wire.
None of these are perfect.
I'm leaning
Is
towards
Sky-
Sky Attack.
Yeah, me too. Whack it in. He looks like he's got a little like leg bandana on. Oh, fuck you, Yudi.
Okay, so this is gonna be one of those battles, is it? Alright.
Building energy for
I'm glowing.
No!
I have many
Oh.
questions about what I just saw.
I-
Why?
What happened there?
Oh, look, it's like you got to build up for a turn, but
Oh, it's a charge move.
yeah. All the way? Yes!
I mean, it was worth it. Nice. You did it.
There we go. We defeated Beauty.
And now we must defeat Truth.
And next up, we're against Cool.
Hey, Lucia Freddy! Happy Friday today!
How's it going?
Can I just point out, I love that Cool has got a little symbol by her name to point out that she's a girl.
Mm-hmm.
Because heaven forbid, like, a girl have short hair. Or I'm choosing to... Oh, she hasn't got short hair. I don't know what's going on there.
What are these names?
Or I'm choosing to believe she's like the artist formerly known as Prince, and that symbol is just part of her name.
What are these names?
Oh, I see. There's male Cool and female Cool.
Marawants, Chanciants, Sectants, Rena-Rants,
Lickitant!
Reno-Rants, and Lickitants.
Lickitants, if you want to. You can leave your friends behind. Because your friends don't lick, and if they don't lick, then I'm gonna make them my friends too. I don't like my friends. I love it's Rena Rants and Reno Rants.
Yeah, nice little touch there.
Chan Seance is where you like make you make contact with the spirit of Jackie Chan, and Jackie Chan's like, "How are you doing this? I'm not dead," and you're like, "What?" All those name attempts were gold on the closed captions. Yeah, so the closed captions only work for Jeremy, so
Yeah, I thought I figured it out, but we need to do
it's
some
not your
more.
fault. It's really difficult to do. We are working on it. Yeah, Jeremy, I don't know if we want to say something plan for that just while we're here.
Yeah, essentially, I need to just try and work it so that all of our speaking audio goes to one channel, and then hopefully it will work. But to try and route that on my machine it's not exactly easy, but we're getting there
It's just
gradually.
like 10 minutes till go time because we're really.
Well, to be fair, I've actually been working on it most of the week. To be fair,
Oh,
but
bless you.
that's just the way it is. So
Did
in terms of our team for this, I'm just going to throw out some names.
Yeah.
How about, first of all, what does Vulpix have? Okay.
It's got something that reduces physical damage.
So how about I suggest, based on our moveset, Charizard, Scyther. Oh, sorry, I did that in the wrong order. Charizard, Scyther, and Vulpix.
I'm not following. Can you talk me through the logic here? 'Cause I'm stupid.
I just picked 3 names at random.
You were like, based on the moves, I'm going to pick through names at random. Stop! You're fighting me. Okay, so Charizard, flying, fire, strong against, grass, ice, bug, and fighting. I don't think any of the... Well, actually, no, Parasect is, what, grass poison? So he'd be good against Parasect.
I mean, if there's one thing we figured out last time is that because Scyther has got such great speed, it lends itself well to being a good starting Pokemon at the very least.
It's not that it's got great speed, it's the fact we whacked Double Team twice. I mean, it does have good speed, but we whacked Double Team twice, which made it easier to evade attacks. Sorry, I'm really struggling with remembering what these Pokemon
That's
are.
cool.
Can you stop being an asshole?
Catcher the dog making their presence known on the stream. So, alright, well, let's have Scyther then. We'll have Scyther as the starter.
Nidoran is pure poison. So both of those... is one of them a Nidorina? It is, I think.
Yes, it's both of the middle evolution, as it were.
Is it?
Yeah. Because one's male, one's female.
I don't think I would have been able to tell the difference. Yeah, so one's Nidorino and one's Nidorina, right?
Yeah, correct.
They're all still just poison. I loved Nidorino. What the hell was it supposed to be? I love the fact that like most of them are like, this is a dog, this is a horse. What the fuck is that? What is it? It's like, how about a rat but make it poisonous?
A rabbit, according to chat.
Rabbit.
So, okay, well, let's go with Scyther, Charizard, and...
Oh, it says apparently it's based on rabbits, rhinoceri, and porcupines. And because they think that the rhino is the rhino part. And Nido means twice, so like a double horn or something. I don't know. Like the fact that there's 2 of them.
I know you're not a fan of them, but how about Jinx?
Ugh. I mean, just because I don't like a Pokemon.
I'll go with Jinx.
What's the Pokemon I really don't want in Scarlet? Oh, Slacking. Slacking can get in the slab in. Nidorina, that is offensive.
So let's start off with a slash attack, as it were. Critical hit.
Nice.
What?
Oh, that's strong against flying.
Okay. Yes. Hopefully Slash will do that again.
He critted last time, so maybe not.
We shall see. I believe. Yeah. Oh, come on!
Good job.
Oh, thank you.
Fuck off, Nidorina.
Thank you for your service.
All the way into the fucking bin.
Thank you for your service.
Needle spinner.
Okay, then.
I think. Oh god, I don't know. If you bring out Jinx, she can't pull that shit on you again.
We'll do Jinx.
This is where she pulls out a bug move, and you're like, God.
Let's go with. We just need to do a couple of HPs. How about just Ice
Don't
Punch?
do Thrash.
I'm
Psychic? Ice Punch?
I was going to save Psychic just because we've only got 10 of it, whereas Ice Punch we've got 15.
We are never going to get close to 10.
You never know.
Mothbox's like, just don't use Thrash. I know you're a metalhead and you want to, but stop! I like it when they make it look like it hurts.
Ah!
Oh, I'm glad this game isn't 3D.
So Ice Punch or Psychic?
Is Lickitung normal?
I don't remember. Yes. Yes, it is.
Maybe send it to sleep. Try sending it to sleep.
Lovely
Lovely.
kiss.
Sorry to make you do that, but also I feel like if anyone deserves it, it's Lickitung. Yay! And then use Psychic in the next turn.
It's sleeping, standing up. I have questions.
Going to make this a one-sided fight.
And then Psychic.
The commands are issued. What's next?
So last night, Jer, I was taking on my 6-star daily raid in Scarlet, and I decided to write down all the steps that I do when I'm picking a Pokemon and picking, you know, an item and stuff. And I wrote down all the steps, and I was really proud of myself. And I wrote down an example of the one I was doing. And then I took that Pokemon into the 6-star raid, and I lost, and I lost, and I lost, and I lost. And I was a bit like, oh. So that was the reason behind my tweet, which is step N+1. Just fucking use Miraidon. Miraidon's one of the legendaries,
Yeah.
and he's got like really good stats. I mean, he's not always going to work, but there is a thing of like, oh, just fucking use. Ice would be good.
Yeah, I was just curious to see how much Psychic would do.
Oh no, he gonna pee on you.
What'll it do? A decent hit.
It's a triple stream.
What a furious battle.
I'll punch you with the power of ice.
There's the attack.
I mean, it says Ice Punch, but it's
Did
just...
I wait for spin round, or did I imagine? Oh no, it did. Oh my god, I hate this so much. I was on Jinx's page. Every page on Bulbapedia has a like an origin thing. That was really good. Well done. And Jinx's, it's like, this is hotly contested. It's either very stupid or incredibly racist or both. And I'm like, fantastic. From the country that bought you, Mr. Popo.
Mr. Popo is a problem.
Mr. Popo knows he's a problem. Oh, interesting choices. So there's a thing going on, and it's been going on for years, which is when anybody who maybe hasn't played Pokemon in a few years sees one of the newer Pokemon, they always kind of react with it's raw, new Pokemon are stupid. And I'm like, need I remind you, in Generation 1, we had one that was literally just some eggs, and some of them were broken. And somebody complaining about the Generation 8 Pokemon, I think, Pincurchin, which is a really decent, like, little sea urchin, basically. It's a really good little design. And someone was like in the comments, like, oh, since when have Pokemon look like that? And someone replied with a picture of a goddamn Shelder going, always! And somebody was complaining about Garganacl, who's a really cool Generation 9 one. And I was just like, hey, do you like the one from Generation 1 that's called Seal, that is a goddamn seal? And they were like, yeah, I'm going to have to give you that one. So this is the gym leader. Got a very heavy grass leaning.
So I've currently gone with Vulpix as the starter.
Good call.
Followed by Charizard.
Yes, I would have done the same.
But for the third one, I'm torn.
Right, so Execute, is that a psychic? Or is it execute? His Ebenezer good. I can't spell it. Oh, it's execute. Oh god, I don't think I've ever been able to spell that right. Execute. Oh my
It's
god.
an execute. It's an exe file, and then cute.
Good game. It's grass psychic. Has hypnosis. That'll put you to sleep. So we might have to be ready to. Hypnosis put you to sleep? Is that what that does?
I think so.
I know. Oh yeah, I think.
Or it
does.
confuses one or the other.
Did you know that Execute and its evolved form Executor are the only known Pokemon capable of learning the move Barrage, which is a normal type multi-strike move. It can hit up to 5 times.
I hate to say it, I'm leaning once again towards Jinx.
I mean, if it gets the job done.
Jinx it is. Let's do this.
I have friends who, obviously, like, a couple of them are in the chat, who have been playing Pokemon
sorry,
for a
just
long
check.
time.
I did make a suspend point, didn't I? Yes, I did. Good. Continue. Sorry.
Who have been playing Pokemon almost, I would say, consistently since, when it first came out. And when I first picked up Scarlet, I was leaning quite heavily, I mean, I still do, on, like, my friends and their, like, pool of knowledge. Because sometimes you can look stuff up, but you're like, I don't understand that. Someone explain it to me like I'm 5, that kind of thing. And one of the things that they were like, oh, you should come to these raids with us online. Team battles, and I was like, oh, that's great, I love doing stuff online with people. And then I realized something strange, which is some of the people who I'd been holding up as Pokemon geniuses were actual real dummies. Like, they had clearly, certain types of play don't suit them, like, so the team idea was not good for them. I actually had somebody say, I would never use a move that doesn't do any damage, what's the point? And I'm like, oh no. As we know, sometimes status moves can win or lose a battle. I freaking love status moves. I mean, give me all of the status moves. The number of 7-star raids I can now solo thanks simply to status moves. Like, all you have to do is basically whack it a couple of times with something that messes up its stats. Oh, RIP, quite well picked. And then you just hit it and it dies. Artemis is the MVP. Artemis is Demure Girl's shiny Umbreon. And
quick sidebar. I'm saying Charizard was going to be my next pick. Any objection?
Oh yeah, good idea.
So Artemis was a star pick.
Artemis is an Umbreon with no damaging moves, as Reese just said there. But Umbreon has a move called Screech, which always lowers the target's defense by 2 levels, which is insane. And it always works, except like if they've got their shield up in a raid. So in 2 turns, you can like knock its defense down insanely. And while, of course, if you don't have any damaging moves, you can't really take advantage of that. Your team absolutely can. So you're just there like whap, whap, whap. And one of the things in Scarlet and Violet raids is about halfway through the raid usually, or maybe multiple times, the raid opponent will reset any stat changes that you've made. So if you've done like agility or double team, I don't know if double team works, but agility definitely, it will like reset it. So if you've done like a thing that raises your attack, it'll just reset it to what it normally is. But it doesn't reset the things that you've done to it. So it's still fucked. And you're like, ha 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 ha. That's great. But yeah, so I love a status move. I'm more on the stat moves at the moment, but I do also like because Ree mentioned the other day that burn does a certain thing, and oh, that was upsetting. Burn, frozen. It just sort of sank. I was talking. Oh, you. Hello. Oh God, you have eyes. Upsetting.
Yeah, this game did reveal certain details about Pokemon, like what you've discovered with Jinx today, for example.
No, not. Sorry, really, not at all. It was just you're like me in the fact that you're like, I know this thing, and I thought you might find it interesting too. And oh, by the way, did you know this? Whereas these people I'm playing with are very much like, fuck that, I'm gonna do this, and you should too. And I'm like, I don't think I do that, actually. I understand the obviously damaging moves are cool, and it's like you feel really like, oh, I'm a big dick Charizard, and I'm gonna go and like smack you with big fire dick or whatever. But sorry for giving everyone that mental image. Apologies. But yeah, like I understand that's definitely fun, but at the same time, it's like when you get to end game in anything, you're gonna have to what's the word, box clever, work smarter, not harder, because Pokemon only go up to level 100, so you're not going to do any more damage. There is a limit. It's not like World of Warcraft where you can just keep leveling forever, basically. You're going to have to start getting smart with what you're doing.
It missed!
Oh no, Sleepy Times!
Oh no! Oh no!
You can pull him out.
Charizard, mate, wake up!
You can pull him out.
Let's get Jinx on the field.
I'm so hungry.
What are you ordering?
I haven't managed to yet. Really, I actually because I have ADHD, spoilers, one of the things I tend to do is open a game and just have it open and while I'm doing something else. So I don't actually want to look at how many hours I've got in Pokemon Scarlet because I don't think it's actually, although I have put a lot of hours into it, it's not that many. Like there's been times I just haven't even played it, I've just had it on the whole time. I'm like, no. Nice one. Was that the last one?
I believe so.
You did it!
Yeah! Get in!
Endobatoru!
That was a good team selection, that.
Nice.
Not to toot my own horn, but you know what I mean.
I'm gonna step up and toot Mr. Birdman's horn. Toot!
That's Celadon cleared. Next we have Koga.
Koga. Fuchsia Gym. So pink. So psychic?
Yes. Or
That would make
ghost?
sense, right?
Ghost? Yeah, psychic.
I think, yeah. Because, oh no, isn't Ghost lavender?
Maybe.
It's lavender town.
Oh, poison according to chat.
That makes sense.
It's been so long legit since I've gone through all the gyms in Gen 1. I don't know why I'm not remembering all this, but...
You literally just said it's because it's been so long.
Well, no, but in the sense... Sorry, okay, I didn't say my entire thought. It's been so long, but I've done it so many times. I'm surprised it's not just, like, in there, like, song lyrics of a song that you just know when you just hear the note.
Like, Sam... You know that one, Jeremy, don't you?
I can't tell if your voice cut out or not.
Sam... No?
I don't know. Maybe.
Somebody once told me.
Do you know what the funny thing was? I could think of like 2 or 3 other songs that could be, but I didn't think of that.
Main one, obviously.
So I thought maybe it could have been Sad But True by Metallica.
Jeremy, talking to me. Yes, Mothbox, tell us about your first shiny Pokemon. I want to hear about that.
So Poison.
Also, I don't really count Pokemon Go, although there's a lot of interlink coming up within Scarlet for Pokemon Go, and I'm like, I'm going to have to learn how to do this, aren't I? Ariados! I love Ariados! It's such a cool looking Pokemon.
So we got the Poison Gym now, right? So what sort of
Poison
types?
is weak to Psychic. Psychic and Ground are super effective against Poison.
You know who we're putting in the team then?
And also, Poison is super strong against Grass. Against Grass.
You know who we're probably going to have to put in the team then?
Wait, but yeah, no, that should be fine. Because I was just thinking about her second type, but no, she's yeah, it's a good call. Fuck you.
So sorry, what were all the types that you mentioned? Sorry, my brain's having a.
Okay, so Poison is super strong against Grass, so don't put anything Grass in ideally.
No Grass.
And it's super weak to Psychic and Ground.
Okay, so something like.
What about
like a Graveler?
Where the fucking thing brings out Surf again. Oh, Mothbox says that Koga uses Golbat, which will have flying, I presume.
Where is Graveler? Am I just being really dumb?
I have like box blindness. Golbat is poison flying. Flying is strong against grass, fighting, and bug. So watch out for that. Also, it might be good looking at, you know, if he uses, what was the Pokemon called? Golbat. Look at Golbat and see what moves it's got.
Hey, Matty Twitches. How's it going? So, sorry, which Pokemon were you saying just then?
Just have a look at Golbat and see what moves it's got.
I think Golbat's this way.
I do this all the time when I'm setting up for raids.
I mean, it's assuming that the moves are the same, because they may be different.
You can't do anything else. Haze, I think, is an ability that resets all the stat changes. Hyper Beam is one where they have to take a rest after using it because it's so strong. Mega Drain will get its health back. So yeah, if it uses Mega Drain on one of your ground types, that will be super effective. And if it uses... I mean, Haze is not a damaging attack, so you don't need to worry about that hurting your grass types if you take any. But yeah.
So
Matty Boo says that they've got their old Xbox 360 running today.
one of the best consoles ever, the 360.
What does Venomoth do? Says Moth Fox.
Oh, where is Venom? No,
Venomoth Fox.
Oh, nice one. I like that.
There it is. So it poisons. It's got Swift. It's got Supersonic. It's got Psychic.
That's a pretty good moveset, actually.
Whack in. Why not? We got space. So last night, Jeremy, I was playing and I was working through this thing called an outbreak, where a lot of Pokemon appear at
Oh, okay,
once,
right, yeah.
You have to murder your way through about 150 of them. But you can use like the auto battle feature that Gen 9 has, where you just sort of like fling a Pokemon out and it just runs off and beats things up for you. Venomoth outbreaks, like Ghost outbreaks, only take place at night. So if you haven't finished and the game switches over into daytime, they all disappear and you have to wait until the next night to finish it. And it's become a running joke that I never finish a goddamn Venomoth outbreak. So I was like, damn it, I'm gonna flip and do it this time. So I did my, and because it's dark as well, you're like squinting because Venomoth is a weird kind of pale colour. So you're like, and I looked around and I was just like, is that a shiny one? And I couldn't tell from the colour, just from the fact that the head was way darker than the body, because the shiny Venomoth has got like a blue head and a white body. So I was like, oh, nice, I'll catch that. Don't do it, Jeremy. Don't do it. Jeremy, don't, please. A bit of the old splash and tickle.
Tickle?
That's what I mean, sir. You know what I mean?
I don't know why. I was looking at Kabutops.
Rock. What type is this? Poison.
Rock water, according to this.
Oh no, sorry, the gym.
Oh, the gym poison.
I mean, why not? We haven't tried it yet.
I'm thinking just again because of the variety of moves.
Through.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. Should I finish my story?
I'll tell you what. Yes, but let's pick the rest of the team first because I want to hear it.
Okay.
But let's pick the rest of the team.
Okay. Poison. So, what you got?
I
wouldn't recommend. Oh wait, no, hang on, I'm getting confused. Poison. No. No. You wanna take fire?
Sorry, I've just remembered Magmar's voice from the animated cartoon where it's just like Magmar.
Oh, I didn't need that in my ear. That was Masma. That was MASMR there.
When it looks like Pikachu's about to be utterly annihilated in the cartoon. Also, Magmar's evolution is hench.
Magmar evolves?
In a later generation, it does.
Let's go and look it up now. Sorry, Kangaskhan looks like it's making fun of me with its animation there, and I don't appreciate it.
Looks like it's doing a dance.
It's like, oh, look at me, I'm a Pokemon trainer, me. Oh, it's called Magmortar. That's cool.
It looks like it. Hang on.
I'm just gonna go AFK for a second. Sorry, dog issues.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, from what I remember, Magmortar kind of, for anyone who's like up on One Piece, it kind of makes me think of Frankie now. But originally, I just kind of thought you just like a weird mech when I first saw it. Like something just went wrong in the design lab. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, seeing as Claire is not here right now, I may just quickly pick a Pokemon as like a wild card. So, not Magikarp, you say in the chat, Claire. Well. If you're not in the chat and you're watching this, folks, you should go in the chat because Claire is currently spouting some verbals at me, as it were, polite ones, about what I should not do.
Do you want to win or not? My dog is currently... Sorry, the reason my dog is so... Hang on a second. Keith, if I order some food, could you grab it for me?
Yes.
Thank you. the reason my dog is losing her goddamn mind is because the light of her life, the source of all joy and sunshine in her existence, has just walked through the front door, i.e. my husband. And she is losing her goddamn tiny mind over it.
How about Machamp?
I mean, there's nothing inherently that would be good against poison, but it's a good spread of stuff. Ree says, have you considered Parasect?
I mean, look, you know what?
I think I'm getting the idea of this. It's not like... Because the 3 people you have to fight up until them, it's not... They're not necessarily poison themed, so it's like you just kind of need a good spread.
You know what? Parasect, let's do it. Any other requests in the chat, and we'll see what happens. I'm inclined partly to go with Machamp or Machoke, just because...
I would Machamp in.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got one more. Any last requests in the chat, as it were?
I'm gonna choke you into submission. What's Kingler got?
Oh, Kingler. That was there. Crabhammer. Great move name.
Oh, it's just making me more hungry. Nah.
Steve.
You Steve?
Who, pray tell, is Steve?
I think we might be being messed with. So, a random cross joke there is the fact that among the small squad of people I'm in a Pokemon group chat with, Steve is their parlance for Steel, because somebody mistyped it once in a message and now it's just Steve. It's like, oh, you know, like we're fighting an ice Pokemon. You can bring, you know, fire or rock or fighting or Steve.
Hmm.
And I was just like, the first time I was like, did you say Steve? And they're like, yeah, yes, I did. Another running joke is that Flash Cannon is not a damaging move. It is. I think they were getting mixed up with the move Flash, which I'm not familiar with. Flash is a move that, yeah, that doesn't damage. That's an accuracy decreasing move. I think they were getting confused between Flash and Flash Cannon. Flash Cannon will mess you.
What about Pidgeot?
I mean, he did pretty well for us last time, didn't he?
Let's do it.
Yeah, well, whack him in.
What's the worst that can happen?
Well, it's surfed.
Right.
Ordering some food. Chat, don't let me not order this food. I'm so hungry.
Right, I'll create a suspend point. What I'll do, just in case, I'll put it in slot 2 in case we want to completely redo our team.
Yeah, alright. I mean, why not? Why not?
Just to be safe.
That's okay, Lucia. We don't mind. Favourite Pokemons? Ninetales, Venomoth, Gardevoir, Talonflame, Glaceon, and Volcarona. It was Volcarona I was trying to fight last night in that goddamn 6-star raid that I kept dying. And I just picked up my notepad in case we needed to write anything down. And at the top, I was like, why have I written big butts? And I realised it doesn't say big butts. It says bug buzz, because that was one of the moves it was using. And I was walking around the living room. I hate bug buzz, and I cannot lie.
Have you looked at the names of these? Like the first one, Finkoff.
I mean, they're quite creative.
Urgrim. Toddit. Zingwee. Atvenon. A cool
Which one? Tell yourself I'm Zingwee. That is getting screenshot and put into my paper.
It's the fact that one just basically just goes effing cough.
Cough. It wasn't the cough that carried her off, it was the coughing they carried her off in.
Oh, it shouldn't make me laugh that much. Right, sorry, I digress.
Jeremy, you may not know about this, but our one of the running jokes in the Scottish crowd, like before we moved up here, was just to say my surname, which is Copping, for anyone who doesn't know. The way that Coughing says its name in the Pokemon anime. So they'd be like, who's coming? The Copper! Oh, I'd be like, oh, hey Steve, how you doing? Hello, Copper! Fucking give me some food! I can't not have food anymore. I'm so hungry, Jeremy.
Okay, right, how about this? Let's go with Parasect first. Because good tank and everything.
Medically enabled to focus on 261.
Then
Steakhouse burger.
we had the
is
suggestion
good.
of Venomoth, so how about we use Venomoth?
Did we? I don't think we had a suggestion. I think Mothfox just said he liked it, but we can use it. I
I'll
don't
take it as a
mind.
suggestion. And then okay, Kabutops, Machamp, or Jinx.
So we've got a Ditto there, which is always a pain in the butt to fight. A lot of poison. So you want to avoid anything grassy. So don't take. You've taken Parasect.
I can get rid of it.
It's just because it's got so many poison types.
No, well, let's start again. Hang on. So.
No. I mean, whoever you had in first, maybe just don't put Parasect in first.
Okay. So who did I say? I think it was Venomoth and Parasect.
I'm sorry, I can't remember.
Okay, well, Venomoth, Parasect.
You Steve! Or, sorry, Vista, if the other guy was using it. See, now I just want to Google the phrase Steve the Pokemon and see what comes up.
Okay, I'm gonna make a potentially risky move. I'm using Machamp.
So, if you Google Steve the Pokemon, you get a character called Steven Stone, who is a lawyer and is one of the champions of Hoenn. And his type is, what does he use? He looks like James's long lost brother. Oh, he uses Aron, Aggron, Metacross, and some of these are made up. I swear to God.
I accidentally flicked the stick up, so it's just made me do Psychic. Okay, well, you know what? I'll take that.
Yeah, Psychic strong against poison.
Yeah, you know, it's that thing I was just double thinking, and I suddenly just hit the stick as I was thinking of it.
I was so glad, actually, when I downloaded the game and was trying to play it. It was really useful that we'd done this together, because I just remember we don't have Steel type, though, do we, Demir Girl?
Zingwee!
Do we have Steel type in this game? Am I insane? I didn't think Steel came until later. Yes, no, Steven does use Steel type. That is actually brilliant, though, that he's called Steve and he uses Steel type. Yeah, no Steel in Gen 1. Cool. No! Jeremy! I'm so hungry! Oh, God, go crazy! Oh, look at his horrible eyes. Look at those.
The funny thing about Venom is it's the most detail you'll ever see in a N64 game, but it's just
crazy how detailed they
so
are.
much detail on it for some reason.
No, and it's so upsetting.
It looks like it's in HD on the N64, and that shouldn't be possible.
One thing that's interesting is this is an effect that other people will not be getting, but my frame rate on the Discord call that I'm currently on with Jeremy is far lower than the frame rate that's on the stream. So what I'm seeing on Discord is what I would expect, and then I glance over at the stream every now and then. I'm like, damn, that's smooth! Smooth as hell!
Right, let's finish off this Urgrim.
He sounds like he's from 40k. It's funny enough, that's what I say when I see a Grimer, usually. Ugh,
There you go, Venomoth came through. An utter tank for this round.
I do like Venomoth. And I've just looked and I've realised that it's actually got a white body in its normal form as well. It's just that the purple part on the shiny is blue. It's not like a case of it changes to being bicoloured. It's always bicoloured.
We're now facing Tamer. Thank you.
Bugs and grass.
We're facing...
Choke me, daddy! Oh no, it's the same one but without the flipping hyphens. Lurking, Sorvy, bell weeping. What you been doing? I've been weeping.
But what about Slash Sand?
Bellweeping sounds like a place just outside Glasgow. Oh, aye, she's from Bellweeping. Oh, they probably call it Belgreeton. Belgreeton. I see my Auntie Vi, she lives in Belgreeton. Slash Sand. Slash Sand.
So thoughts on this then? What are you thinking? Anything in particular?
Choke me. Sorry, I'm just laughing at choke me. Sorry, I need to get this food done. I'm going to
You've
die.
still not done it yet.
What point have I been doing that? I can't talk to you and do it at the same time. I realise that this is not ideal. I'm doing it though. I'm doing
Alright,
it.
so I'm just gonna pick some
Bad
then.
'cause my local Burger King doesn't have those giant chicken nuggets, and I wanted those.
Alright, I'm gonna pick Venomoth.
Okay, sorry, we got ground and grass and bug and fighting and water. We got all kinds of shit here. I suppose the most common one they've got in common is maybe grass, because Ivysaur and Weeping Bell are both grass, maybe? Slash Sand is ground. King is that Kingler or Krabby? It's Kingler. And he's water. Scyther's bug flying. And Choke Me Daddy is I can't help it, I'm sorry.
I'm trying my best there, Claire. Alright, I'll tell you what, look, we'll do this. I'll do Machamp first, because of the variety of moves.
I haven't. It's not the Doritos Mothbox. It's the giant chicken nuggets I really want. I'm like, they're chicken nuggets, which are awful, but they're big, so I want to try them.
And then I will also do Kabutops, maybe.
I was listening to a podcast, Jeremy, and it was an American podcast, and they were talking about how they'd been in London and they'd been into a KFC, and they were like, "Oh, what's it like?" Like, "Oh, yeah, it's fine. They don't have biscuits though." And then someone was just like, "Well, yeah, if you ask for that in London, they'll look at you like you're crazy because they're like, why the heck do you want to put cookies in your KFC?" And I'm like, "No, nobody was saying that."
We're being raided. Why, hello.
One of us is going to have to change.
We are being raided by Let's Go OYL. Apologies if I pronounced that wrong. Thank you very much. Welcome to the stream.
That is interesting. Hi, welcome to the stream, everyone. Let's go gamers!
I just totally hit fire spin without actually looking at this. Hello there. We are, as you can see, we're playing Pokémon Stadium. We're going through the gym leader castle, as it were.
Hello there, General Kenobi.
And gonna call it now. We're not like high level Pokemon players, as it were.
Yeah,
so...
we're not good at this. We are aggressively British and very good at our jobs.
We're aggressively British.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm aggressive because I'm hungry.
I mean, sure, you know.
I'm hangry. That's my Pokemon type. Hungry / angry / British. When triple types come out, it's over for you bitches. I want food.
Well, choke Ma miss me.
Choke me, daddy. Oh, we have a semi-regular thing where we try and draw Pokemon from memory, and one of the ones that came up was Machamp, and it was the only one Sorry, there's something very upsetting about that. It looks like his muscles are actually bursting out of his skin, and it's very upsetting. I don't like that. And Machamp looks a bit like he's got a beak. Yeah, surprise, bitch! I can breathe fire! Get out of here with your weird slashy meat arms. I don't like you.
Well, there we go. Oh, also, for everyone who's just joined in the raid party, just to put this out there, we normally stream on a Friday, but we weren't able to stream yesterday, so that's why it's the Friday Fun Zone on Saturday. Just to put that out there now. There is a reason for it.
It's Taco Tuesday, but also on a Friday. Fairy Freedom Friday on a Tuesday. Wow. Oh, you burned it as well. That'll reduce its attack.
That colour scheme of that Weeping Bell is a bit off.
It is. It's yeah. Oh, it critted.
Thank you for your service, Machamp.
Fun Zone is a whole lot of fun, depending what day it is.
Would you like Kabutops or Venomoth?
What, like grilled or? I'm really hungry. Venomoth is what, poison? Use Venomoth. Sorry, Jeremy.
I should have just guessed you would have said something like that, but I just really didn't.
Wait, no, that's Venonat. There are some Pokemon like noises that you just can't help but make. Like whenever I see a Shelder in Soul, I'm like, and I see a Venonat, I'm like, every time, I can't help it. Another thing that's weird is that someone who didn't really play the early games and just, consumed the TV show and possibly a bit of the card game, I didn't realize that, like, in the Japanese games, they don't say their names in that way. They only did that in English because they wanted the kids to remember their names, so they'd buy the merchandise, which is awful when you think about it. Ground.
Oh,
Ground. Strong against poison. I would try and take Venomoth out.
Yep, that's what I was about to do.
What's Kabutops? Is he water something?
Ah, sure. I've got Hydro Pump in that moveset. I think that'll probably be alright.
Yeah, it should be okay. Rock is rock 2, right?
What now? Nail the weak spot.
It's not very effective.
Oh,
but a
he's
critical hit.
still weak, but yeah, okay. Well, let's just try.
Hydro Pump!
Yes, there you go, Demir Girls, just keeping me right there.
All the way. All the way.
Yeah, the rich man built his house upon the sand slash. And the walls came tumbling down. Wait, no, that's a different hymn. You get all kinds of stuff on this stream. Mainly British, some mostly millennial. Someone in one of my groups on Facebook unironically said they were using that kind of weird lingo that like Gen Z use, like the whole Boston real kind of thing that I don't really understand. And they were basically making it into a meme like, is this just stuff that millennials say to sound cool? And I'm like, millennials are all 35. Stop saying millennials when you mean teenagers. Please, I'm begging you.
So we've now come to the point in the stream, Claire. We're talking about how we say things. We now have the trainer naming appreciation zone as part of the fun zone once again.
I think they didn't really try here.
That's what I wanted to highlight. So we have Drowsy, Cadabra, Mr. Mime, Hypno, Abra, and Slow. Bro.
I feel like these are all their rapper names. Or their DJ names. Yeah, Lucia Freddy, I'm 37, and Jebber is the same, or will be. No, we're the same age, aren't we, Jeremy?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll be 38 this year, but yeah. So like, it's just like, it annoys me because I'm just like, I find the whole Gen Z is usually my go-to for describing the people who are good at TikTok, because it ain't me. But yeah, one thing I'm just gonna get on my horse here for a second. I'm gonna get on my ponytail for a second, my high ponytail.
Oh, I'll tell you what, before you do, should we pick the team first?
Okay. Jeremy's good at this because he knows if he distracts me once, I'll never remember it. Hi, Harriet! I'm sure he doesn't mean to get like completely but what he doesn't realise is if he distracts me once, I'm never gonna go back to it.
I'll just remember to say you can get back on your high horse and then you'll be fine. So.
These are great ages, and I love us. And say hi to your wife. I was gonna say dicks out for Matty's wife, but that's completely inappropriate. Sorry.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I'm so hungry.
You can't use that as an excuse.
I mean, it's a reason. It's not. Oh no, I'm a criminal. This is because I've been listening to that flipping podcast, and every time something bad happens, like one of their dogs is unwell, the youngest member of the team, who's only 22, just keeps going, so yeah, like Marie's dog is really sick, so I just want to say, like, dicks out for Rambo. The other one was like, you can't do that! And I'm like, I mean, Rambo every time.
Oh my god, alright, I don't know where to go
Jeremy's
from
like, I'm going to ban Claire from the channel, which is going to be interesting because they're on the call with me. Sorry, right, let's do the team. You just want to put Jinx in again, I can tell. This is an interesting one because we've got Drowsy and its evolution, Kadabra and its pre-evolution, Mr. Mime, who should be in jail, and Slowbro, who is water psychic and a babe. I love Slowbro. The stream took a turn. Yes, and we need to take another turn to get us back on track. Mr. Mime can also die in a fire. Kadabra, and I'm pretty sure Kadabra and Abra and Hypno and Drowsy are all pure psychic, right?
So, Machamp?
Psychic is weak. Oh, I have an interesting thing about this, Jeremy. Psychic has 3 weaknesses, and do you know how you remember them?
Please quote the poker app and I'll find out.
No, it's not that. It's because there's types in it that aren't in the original poker app, like Dark. But the 3 things that Psychic is super weak to is Bug, Dark, and Ghost, because those are common fears. Fear of bugs, fear of the dark, and fear of ghosts. And Psychic is all about the mind. So that's how I remember, because the 3 things that people are scared of. So yeah, in this regard, it will be Bug and Ghost, and neither of those have. See, this is the thing. I'm now remembering Psychic was crazy overpowered in Generation 1 because it didn't really have much of a weakness, which is why they brought in Dark, because they were like, we need something. This thing's off the chain. So Dark was brought in as an extra thing that because it's all very well saying it's got 2 weaknesses. Does anyone have any moves like that? No.
All right. How about then we lead with Parasect.
Okay.
Then we also have. There's no point. I don't know if there's any point in having Venomoth.
Food!
Yeah. Then, how about Machamp?
Yeah, as long as it's not Machoke. Machoke can. I'm not going to say what I was about to say.
And then, you know what? Okay, Pidgeot or Kabutops?
They're very different.
Yes.
Pidgeot is flying, right? Just pure flying?
Normal and flying.
Normal flying. My choke. Oh my. That's my choke. My good choke. Another British joke. A choke used to be a thing that you could drive a car and pull it out. You know the Jeremy? Choke?
Which for me, I legitimately broke a couple of the choke switches on some cars.
And you know you're not Gen Z, because Gen Z would not know what a choke in a car was. But yeah, my old maiden aunt, sadly lost now, she used to get in her car, which I was, she's not allowed to drive, and she would pull out the choke and hang her purse on it.
How do we react to that?
I didn't ask for a reaction. I'm telling you.
Drowsy and his long nose. Any preference on move?
Already doing the weird finger thing in this. God damn you, Drowsy. Drowsy is psychic, right? So, there's no moves that are gonna be strong against him.
Dig it is.
Yeah, why not?
Oh wait.
What? Oh, fucking psychic, man!
Oh no.
It might be okay.
Actually, no, wait. This might be okay because he, in theory, will do dig first. Oh no, maybe not. Alright.
I've never seen substitute use play. His nose is not that long anymore. The chat demands reactions. To what?
To what we were saying a minute ago.
What was that? Oh, your reaction to me talking about the choke. Yeah. It's like a little right. I can never get those 2 right. Which one?
I vaguely remember thinking when this was released, is that a preview of a new Pokemon? The substitute thing?
Oh, it's very
For crying out
cute.
loud.
I have so many Pokedolls in Pokemon Scarlet, and I don't think I've ever used. I can't. They're the only thing that you collect that I've ever sold, because I'm like, I'm not going to use these.
Right, I'm about to get dig used on me, so let's see how badly this goes.
You're fine.
What'll it do? Oh, that's a miss. Fireworks are flying.
Okay.
Drowsy's lost some weight. And also looks much better, I'll be honest with you. Oh, he's back.
What now?
I mean, I am confused, Drowse, so, Oh no, Parasite's like, oh no, it's fallen and I can't get up.
Is it still on the substitute? Oh, for crying out loud, alright. So how do we get rid of that?
You've got to attack it.
I mean... I already have.
I mean, but yeah, it keeps putting it out.
Alright, dig it is then, I guess.
Combatants face each other. What's this?
Also,
What's
gotta be
this?
said, I'm not trying to jinx this, but it's gotta be said. This is legit, like, the longest one-on-one battle we've had in quite a while.
The status moves are being dickish. Yeah, Ree's like, you need to attack it. Are we just gonna bonk heads like freaking Bugs Bunny? This is embarrassing.
Alright, I'm
Go
gonna
for
try.
the juggler! The juggler!
I'm gonna try something which probably won't work, but I want to see if it may aid us in being able to attack something.
Oh, what, sending them to sleep? I don't know if it works on a substitute.
Okay.
It won't work on a substitute. You need to attack it.
Alright, should we just change Pokemon?
Does that? Yeah, I mean, but what's stopping you from attacking it?
Every time I try and hit it, it digs.
Right.
So I'm missing it.
Okay, right, sorry, yeah, I wasn't sure what was going on.
Oh, that's cool. Sorry, I should have been clear about that. I'm gonna go with Pidgeot.
Nice.
Yeah, it has to be an attacking move, as has been said
Yeah,
in
it
the
needs,
chat.
it needs
So.
to be an attacking move that does damage.
And I'm pretty sure I've got Quick Attack on Pidgeot, so hopefully that will assist. Oh, for crying out loud.
It doesn't, it's got quite a low percentage chance. Yeah, so it didn't get confused. It's
I
fine.
have Quick Attack. Good. The substitute
You broke it! The substitute broke, just like my substitute after a day teaching Year 9 maths. Oh, Miss Johnson, I'm sorry. Woohoo! Now, we did have a teacher called Miss Johnson at school. She was a music teacher and she was not a substitute, but she did unfortunately join the school right when that song came out, and she was just like, I just want to die. Not anymore. I'm doing homework and she just looked at us like, don't. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. I am for real!
There are certain points where it's very definitive when you're at school. Just based on certain songs. Oh well, that's Pidgeot gone. Thank you for your service, Pidgeot. Much appreciated.
I'm so close to ordering this food.
You still not done it yet?
I don't know why you're surprised by this. I'm so close. There's just so many steps, y'all. Please just bring me my food. Okay, it's ordered. It's bloody ordered. There we go.
So what have you ordered?
Burger. I've ordered some filthy Mackie D's. Because their steakhouse stack is really good. Surprisingly good. That trunk is a freaking offensive. Oh no! No, 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 no. Yeah, set it on fire, my champ. Attaboy.
Hooray! We finally got one of their team down.
Oh my god, was that the first one?
Yep.
And now, the stronger version.
No!
The Pokémon are entirely different types.
Yeah, thanks, guy.
Oh no. Oh no.
It's okay, fighting's not weak against fighting.
No, it's not that. If it's doing Mimic, it's probably going to do Fire Blast next, I imagine.
No, it learned low kick, did you not see?
Oh, I clearly missed that because I was too busy holding my head in my hands. In panic. Well, you know what's going to happen next then, don't you?
Fire? Low kick?
Oh, no.
Oh
wait.
no, poison!
Okay, well, that's no good. Ah!
It had no effect. Why did it have no effect?
It's time to dig a hole.
Why did poison gas have no effect? Whoop! Oh, that's probably quite just as well. It's got metronome! Watch the fuck out for that!
I was going to say, that was a lot of text on screen and not a lot of time to read it.
I completely forgot. I was going to look something up and I can't remember what it was.
Metronome?
Oh yeah, point. No, the metronome just does a random move. Why did poison gas not work against Machamp?
Because he's a
Machamp's not
champ.
poison type. He's the champ, therefore he gets to be immune to stuff. Non-damaging poison type move. Can fighting type just not be poisoned?
From
no,
the
that's
chat,
ant
it's the
poison,
weird
isn't
Pokemon Stadium way of saying the status attack missed.
it? Right. Okay. I had a situation with a raid. Was it a raid? Yeah, it was against a Pincurchin, which was mentioned earlier in the stream. And Pincurchin is electric type. Is that poison gas again?
Yeah.
I keep using that, you dick. And it was but due to the raid, it was a dark type, so I had to take something that was strong against dark type. One of which is fairy. So I took a fairy type. And I tried to use a status move on it. I can't remember. I think it was
Oh no.
Fake Tears. And it just said it doesn't affect Pincurchin. And I was like, why? Why would it not affect Pincurchin? I don't understand. So like, because there's no reason why that shouldn't work. And I looked into everything. I looked into the move. I looked into the types. I looked into like all kinds of stuff. And I was like, I just don't. Because I was talking to my friend Gary about it. He's like, oh, it's just Pincurchin's awkward. I was like, no, there's got to be a reason. Because then I won't waste time trying to use that move again if I know the reason. Do you know what it was?
What?
So, to coin a phrase from you, Jeremy. So, what it is, and bear with me, because this isn't as interesting maybe as I think it is, but I think it's interesting. There is an ability called Prankster, which certain Pokemon have. Which I think it's the signature ability of the Impidimp line. And what it does is it means that status moves like False Tears, Charm, things like that, they get to go first. That's what the ability does. And that dark types aren't affected by that. So basically, if you use a move that has been made to go first by Prankster, dark types will be immune to it. Well done. Good job. So that was what... And I was like, oh! Because then I looked at the Pokemon I'd taken. Sure enough, its ability was Prankster. And I was like, oh my god. Oh my god. It's such a rare ability too. The odds of me having that one was stupidly low, and then I was like, God's sake.
So
right, we're going up against Koga.
Okay.
Koga's not fucking around. He's like, these are my Pokemon names. Take them or leave them.
So
everyone here is at least half poison.
Excuse me.
You want to take some Psychic and some Ground.
So open with Venomoth?
I think so. It's probably solid, yeah.
And maybe Parasect?
Yeah.
And then...
Parasect is going to be weak against poison. But I mean, we've used him before, and it's been alright. Yeah, Ria's yelling Parasect, so... Thanks for coming, Mothbox. It's been great to have you.
Thank you.
If you haven't already, you might want to drop Jeremy a follow. He's got a follower goal, and it would be great if you like add to that. That would be awesome. Right, you go have a good weekend, dude. Take care. That's actually how I find Rhiannon in a crowd. Is I just like which Pokemon shall I use?
Thank you,
and
Moth.
I just follow my way to where someone's just yelling Paris over and over again. And there she is.
How about, as a bit of a plot twist one, how about Pidgeot?
That was a oh hey Big Zam level of twist, Jeremy. Oh hey Big Zam. Let's go for something different at Pidgeot. Pro Stars, says Mothbox. What's Pro Stars, yeah?
So, Pro Stars...
Oh! I can't believe you snowed me, my god.
Well, Pro Stars is a cartoon from late 80s, early 90s, starring famous sports stars in their animated forms, Bo Jackson, Wayne Gretzky, and Michael Jordan.
Shit, no, someone was talking about this like last night on a goddamn Discord call, and I came halfway through, and I'm like, I walked in, and I was just like, hey guys, what's going on? And they're like, we're talking about this thing, and I was like, I know something about Wayne Gretzky. It was like, no, Claire, don't. I was like, tell them what it is that we know about Gretzky.
It's about the three of them being part of an organization fighting to save the world via sport.
Wayne Gretzky's got a big dick. It's the only thing I know.
But one of the fun parts of the show is that they have some live action moments in them. So like at the end of the show, they may get like a question asked from a young member of the public, such pressing questions as, "Do you drive to the hockey games?" to Wayne Gretzky, of which Wayne Gretzky then, obviously speaking to a child, sometimes you had a bit more charisma to your answers, even when on camera. Wayne Gretzky will just look deadpan in the camera and basically just go, "Yeah."
How do your trousers stay up on stage? It's amazing. Belt.
And also, Michael Jordan has only actually appeared in the live-action segments once so far, from what I've seen. It's been a very long time since I've watched it. I think there's like 12 or 13 episodes total, but it's almost like they got the rights to have Michael Jackson's appearance in the show, but not an appearance by Michael Jackson.
Sorry. Oh, I understand. So why is Pro Stars suddenly in the public eye? What's happened? Because it came out like
one of our good friends, a Decadane, Ian Bolton, on his streams, he is doing a watch along of it every Monday.
Right, that makes sense. Okay, right, got it. Yes, all right. I'm with you. Yeah. Ian does find the most amazing things to watch.
Yeah, I introduced him to a show that everyone's having a good kick out of, called Man Tracker, which is it's a guy it's basically a cowboy on a horse trying to chase people through the Canadian wilderness. It's great fun.
Well, one thing, you should be riding a moose.
I mean, you're not wrong, but
I mean, you need a ladder to get on those, but
there's such wonderful classic moments in that of like he was like trying to find tracks or a trace that his prey, quote unquote, are nearby. Excuse me.
He's just a fucking murderer.
I mean, but it's like he'll look down at the ground, and in the most post-produced thing you've seen, he'll go, that bit of dirt down there, a little bit of it's been kicked up, and then you're like, sure, mate, sure, but you go with it because it's so great.
Did I show you that Cracker Milk episode where there's somebody tracking something and he picks up this like dung and he's like, dung. He bites it and he's like, fresh. 2 days old. No, 3 days. 3 days. No, 2 days.
You sure you're not talking about the show Due South?
No, he eats a bit more, and the two people with him are just like watching him, and he's like, 3 days. No, 2 days. And then he kind of offers it to them like it's a biscuit, and they're like, no, it's good. And then one of them says, I didn't know we had to do all this to track a bear. And the guy, while still chewing, goes, what bear? And that's just it. Likes eating poop. It's gross. Oh god, this is literally the whole, like, I'm gonna hunt you for sport thing.
Can I say, Lucha Freddy? I'm so happy someone acknowledged Due South in the chat as well.
Sorry, I know what Due South is. Yeah. I do.
I remember just loving the theme song in particular. It's a great little ditty.
Yeah, I remember Due South. I remember that his dog was deaf. Was his dog deaf? We stan diverse animal actor casting in primetime people.
I also remember, I think one of the lead actors changed like a season or two in, I seem to recall.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, I have something that we might find interesting, Jeremy. Have you seen 1999's The Matrix?
Not for a while, but yes.
Would you say you're vaguely familiar with the story and the cast of characters?
For the purposes of discussion, sure.
So, one of the people who doesn't tend to go into the Matrix, who just sort of sits there and does all the telephone lines, is a character called Tank. Do you remember him?
Not off the top of my head. Quick divergence. If it sounds like there's a lot of noise in the background, a giant rainstorm is currently just pummeling my window, so apologies. But continue, Claire.
Yeah, basically, he was like he would answer all the phone calls that came in from people who were, quote, in the field, and he would help reroute them to where they needed to go. He wasn't actually in the other Matrix movies because there was a massive pay dispute and it all got a bit ugly. So his character was written out and a different character was written in. So the name of the actor who plays him is Marcus Chong. the son of Cheech and Chong's Tommy Chong.
Oh, okay, right.
He adopted him in 1978. So although he isn't his biological son, he is his son. Which I think is just so... Because like, the thing is, you look at Marcus Chong and you're like, okay, yeah, I can see that you've got like Asian heritage. Your surname makes sense. Then you look at Tommy Chong and you're like, but you... And it's weird because it's like, he took his name from his dad. But then you look at his dad and you're like, oh, well, his dad is actually, you know, his dad is half Chinese, I think, on his dad's side. So yeah, it's Ray Vecchio. Yeah, I seem to... Ray was his like sassy partner who was like from New York or something. I'm sleuthing here. Or maybe I don't know. He's from. Why am I looking at Ray Vecchio on the Pokemon wiki? That's not good. David Marciano is the actor.
It was funny actually because when you were describing that, at that moment, like one of my moves missed, and I think it was at the exact moment a sentence of yours ended that you were saying, so it may have looked like my reaction at that time. But yeah, so Venomoth is now gone. I brought in our favourite Pokemon, Jinx.
Oh, your favourite maybe.
Jinx is cool.
No? Well, actually, no, we're not Venomoth, are we? So that's fine.
Correct. The second Ray ended up on the Battlestar Galactica reboot. Really? Joe, I've never actually seen that reboot of Battlestar, but I've heard it's good.
Oh, it's amazing by all accounts.
Also, all of Due South is on YouTube.
Oh.
Might have to go on a deep dive. If I ever get time, that is.
So the guy who plays the main guy in Due South is Benton Fraser. And if you go on his Wikipedia, it's like, not to be confused with Brandon Fraser.
I wonder what people looked up.
Did you see Brendan Fraser at that award ceremony and someone gave him that bumper sticker that said, I'd rather be at home watching 90s classic The Mummy starring Brendan Fraser? And he was just there photographed holding it and he was like, this is great! We must all protect Brendan Fraser. He is a beautiful, beautiful man.
Yeah, 100%.
Love that boy.
There, it's a hit. Oh, is it down and out? That's it.
There you go.
Good job.
Frozen Nidorino solid. Thanks, Jinx. I remember, just to acknowledge Harriet's message in chat, I might check out Due South. It's still on YouTube. Never watched it, so I might give it a watch. From what I recall, I've not watched it in a very long time. But I just remember it being just fine, as it were. Nothing offensive about it from what I recall. But yeah, just good. Like, unless that is, it's not aged well, someone might be able to tell me. If that is the case.
Quite like I remember various bits about it, like the fact that at one point he has to go undercover in a jail, so he has to be arrested, and he just cannot commit a crime because he's too pure. And he's like, I need to do a crime, and Ray's like, well, come on, get on with it. He's like, I can't do it. So in the end, he basically Ray picks up a packet of like, I remember this very clearly, a packet of Milk Duds, and it's just like, are you taking those? And Benton's like, yeah. Right. So you're stealing them? Yeah. All right, you're under arrest. You're a thief. Let's go. And he's like, oh, thank you so much. Electric? No? Yes? Maybe?
No, we've had electric, so this would be...
I'm going on the colours and it's not helping me.
My first instinct would have been, yeah, psychic, I think, because we thought the last one may have been psychic, but...
Yeah, we haven't had stuff.
Also, I need to just acknowledge what Lucha Freddy said in the chat. They have a strange show in the next 2 weeks, wrestling show. Look in the upcoming weeks as they feature on a show with Gangrel and Coco Beware. What?
Both Pokemon very strong.
If you get a chance, Lucha Freddy, try and get like a picture with Gangrel looking like you're a member of the Brood. Might be quite amusing.
The Brood?
Yeah, 90s wrestling thing.
Yeah, psychic are hard because it's really hard. And so the thing I think the best thing to do is just to avoid anything that's going to be super weak to psychic. So you want to avoid fighting and you want to avoid poison types. You can have things that have moves like that, but they're not going to be strong against Psychic.
Oh, I just saved it, did I? That was fine. Cool. So...
Yeah, don't take anything that's got as a type poison or fighting.
Okay. I'm now ultra weary. I didn't save it where I wanted to, so I'm just gonna make a third slot. So, okay, so we probably need some tanks that can do damage, but are resistant to stuff.
Okay, so resistant to Psychic, is Psychic. Hilarious. Oh well, I mean that's not a bad call. Psychic against Psychic. They'll be resistant against each other.
Potentially silly question. Are ghosts weak against Psychic?
No, they're strong against Psychic, but they don't have many ghost moves.
So there's Confuse
and Poison
Ray.
is weak against Psychic, so you're going to get the thing cancelled out there.
It's basically Confuse Ray. But they are poison
type.
type.
Does damage.
Yeah.
Poison is weak against Psychic. Jeremy, my food's here. My food's here, Jeremy. Jeremy, my food's here.
What is it?
Oh, well, it's not here yet. I just heard the buzzer go. And my lovely husband is fetching it for me because he's a good boy.
I mean, you could get Keith on stream to contribute his thoughts on Pokemon.
Yeah, I can do that. When he brings my food in, I will do that.
So, okay, so for potential tank Pokemon then, something like a Rhyhorn or a Graveler again might be worth a shot?
If they've got a Slowbro, that could be a problem. Do we know who they've got?
We do not know their team.
Yeah, so Slowbro is Psychic Water, so Water will fuck up Graveler just again.
Okay.
Yeah, no, neither Dark nor Fairy is in this, Matty. That's kind of the point. Gen 1 basically had Psychic, and then they were like, we need to bring in something that's gonna take a chunk out of Psychic, because Psychic is OP AF.
I mean, Kangaskhan might be a good tank.
I mean, are you looking at the defense stats?
I am now.
I'm not good on Gen 1 defense stats.
That's far better.
I mean, he's got a Rhyhorn has got more defense than Kangaskhan. Chansey's a horrible tank. I hate fighting Chansey.
That defense though.
It's weird. It's like you can't seem to. Is Blissey in this, or is that a Gen 2 Pokemon?
That's beyond Gen 1. I mean, maybe Rhydon's a good shout then. But the speed,
that's got higher defense.
But
the speed isn't a problem. Speed isn't a problem.
Right,
you can just.
Let's pick Rhydon for a sec. Let's sort of build a team, as it were.
Pokemon with the highest defense. Cloyster's got quite high defense, but it is
Water Ice.
Yeah, it's not too bad. God, that defense is high.
I think. Do you know what? Just for that defense alone, it might be worth it.
I'm just having a look. I'm finding there's basically a list here of the top Pokemon who've got the highest defense. I warn you, if you're going to ask Keith about this, he does not know anything about Pokemon.
Oh, I know. That's why it's going to be funny.
Keith, Jeremy wants your opinion. Onyx? Onyx?
Maybe.
Wait, kind is Onyx? There's a flip in that.
Rock and Ground.
Jeremy wants to know which Pokemon to take against Psychic. He's looking at me like, are you freaking serious right now? Yeah, Keith says, have you got any Astartes? Because we need to purge the heretics and the psychers. And now he's leaving.
There were a lot of words said just then.
Yeah, I'm aware that special is attack and defense. I just don't really understand how special works, so I'm just focusing on what I do know. Did you look at Onyx?
Oh, sorry, I thought...
Up a bit. High defense, yeah. Rock and Ground. Rock is weak to... No, not Psychic. Is weak to water, though. I mean, he could be one that maybe we just don't lead with him.
Just looking at the chat. Might I suggest a little Pokemon?
Called Parasect? Excuse me, try Golem as well.
Is that below? Oh, too
No,
far.
but- There he is. It's not brilliant.
I was gonna say, do we pick Parasect?
I mean, we got the space. Come on.
There you go. Done.
Whack Onyx there as well. Why not?
Okay.
And Cloister too, right?
Sure. We can always just
I mean,
repick.
there's no reason not to do Cloister.
No?
The typing isn't going to give it any immediate downside.
Okay.
My friend has given me a suggestion for a video that they want me to make, Jeremy, and it's just his favourite Pokemon, much like I don't know if actually joking as obviously we've been talking about. Sorry, that's another one I can't not sing. So my friend's favourite Pokemon is Umbreon. Possibly because of that, got real beef with Sylveon. Does not like Sylveon. And he wants me to make a video where he's there with his Umbreon going, "That's my boy." And then, "No, my boy!" As Sylveon just kicks him into the sun. He's like, "Father, help!" I just love the idea. But it's possibly pushing my abilities as a stop-motion animator.
How about Clefable?
I mean, there's no reason why not.
I'm also thinking partly because we've got Metronome.
Yeah, Metronome is weird. It's like, it's a bit of a random... But yeah, why not?
Okay, we've got one more.
One.
Anything that speaks to you or anyone in the chat? Is there anyone in particular you just want to see on the team, except for Magikarp?
Not Jinx. Beedrill?
Yeah, it did good for us last time.
One of the only ones with a friggin' bug move.
Farfetch'd.
Farfetch'd.
Let's have a look.
There's no reason not to put him in.
You know what? Why not? Let's just see what happens. Let's register this random team. Let's do this. Trainer 1. Now, where do I need to save this? It's there.
Did you know that Bulbasaur's name in Japanese translates to, "That's weird"?
I did not.
It is. It literally is the phrase, "How mysterious, how strange."
So we are facing an all lowercase letter team.
This guy. Gamer tag. Dugong189. And it's so funny if it was all in like leak speak or something.
So how about we open with Rhydon?
You got a lot of fighting types there.
Yeah.
Rhydon's part rock type, I wouldn't. So yeah, Rhydon is like so wait. You got dragons, you got I don't know, mate. Just whoever.
Alright, you know what? I might just do this at random. We'll do Cloister, Clefable, Parasect.
Do you know what I love about Cloister in Generation 9 is that you find them just swimming around, and because it's accurate to what an actual bivalve does, they swim effectively backwards, facing you.
Also, I'm pretty sure I just said Cloister, and apparently I picked Rhydon, so okay, good job, me.
Right. Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go!
Oh, my brain's clearly crumbling. Also, the fact that Rhydon has Substitute is very amusing to me.
Can you just tell me that Dragonair has a move where it just sort of puts its tail in its mouth and rolls along? Because I'd love that. Oh, just opening straight with fucking Hyper Beam. So, the Japanese name for Farfetch'd is Kamonegi. Negi, I presume, like Negima. Let's have a look. Scrolly, scrolly, scrolly.
It has to recharge.
Yeah, well, it did Hyper Beam.
Oh, fair. Well, hopefully now it's fully recharged and doesn't move. Rap.
Oh, there's a Japanese saying that literally says, "A duck comes bearing spring onions." It means someone's an easy target.
It's a good move.
And the phrase can be shortened to just 2 kanji, which can be read as Kamonegi.
Oh.
Very interesting.
How's Dragon Rage gonna do?
Not
much.
Dragons are just kind of resistant to most things.
Okay, 1 down for lowercase Dragonair. Who have we got next from Cue Ball? Match shot.
He's like, "You killed my father, prepare to die."
Surf. Yeah, it didn't do that much. Figured. It's biding its time. That means I'm gonna dig.
I am a big fat dinosaur in a hole, diggy diggy hole. The German name for Farfetch'd is Porenta. Because the German word for leek is Porre, and the German word for duck is enter.
Fair.
Makes sense to me. I've got to say the French one is better though. Canarticio. Canarticio. As in canard, a duck, and artichoke. Artichoke.
Oh.
So good.
Hopefully that's... Yes!
Hell yeah, baby!
Oh, hit the microphone, sorry. There we go.
Nailed it.
Victory pose. See you later, Cue Ball.
I am a thing. Burglar sends out his Pokemon. Well, actually, his mate is out in the car park jacking your car.
Okay. We're now facing the burglar. With
We've got both fire horses, both firefoxes, and Growler.
Okay, well, I guess we're opening with Rhydon. I guess we'll throw in Cloyster.
Yep.
And then... Who else?
Remember that Growlithe can... Most of these will have at least one electric attack that they like to fuck with you with. It's wonderful. When I say wonderful, I mean a pain in my ass!
So Onyx.
What? Sorry?
So Onyx.
Sure. Yes.
Also, we haven't appreciated the names of these Pokemon yet. Talar,
Valar.
Valar, Ponylar, Growlar, Charmelear, Dashlar.
Sorry, why is it not called Rapilar? Or Raplar? Why is it not Taylor? All I'm asking is that they're consistent, okay? I don't think that's much to ask.
I mean, look, clearly it is, but one of
I'm
the
just gonna
characters
go
in my
mute for a
webcomic is
second while
Talar.
I'm just going to mute for a second, Jeb, okay?
You got it. So one of the characters in my webcomic is Talar. Well, there you go. There you go. And does your character have any resemblance at all to a Ninetales? Is the question to ask from that. So let's see what we get first. My Rhydon. Oh, speaking of, it's Talar. There you go. Not even in the slightest. Oh, it's biding time. I don't like that. Surf's up. Super effective. Didn't do a massive amount, but it was super effective. Okay, cool. I'm concerned it's biding its time, though. What's it gonna do? Oh no, it's still biding.
How's that? Super effective. 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 Super effective.
I'm going to assume the next attack is going to hit. And given it's first, I may as well just hit Surf again. Otherwise, I'd use Dig. I'll use Dig. It's still biting! Okay, surely they're going to attack now. Oh. Oh! I picked a good time there. Look at that. There you go. I would take that as a moral victory there. I'm happy with that. Oh, hello. Say that again.
What the heck move was it trying to use?
I don't know. It said it unleashed energy, so...
There's some thingy there, and I was like, I don't really know what this is.
Charmeleon with its Pirouette of Destiny.
I don't know.
Oh, it was Bide, was it? Thank you very much. According to the chat.
That's what Bide looks like. Okay. Hence biding its time. Right, I'm back on mute just so you don't get burger noises.
Okay. Burger noises. We expect a full review of your burger, by the way. What we got now?
What a furious battle! The commands are issued. What's this? There, it's a hit.
So I suppose a quick random note in terms of how long the stream's going to go for. We're sort of aiming for about the 3-hour mark again, so in theory that's in about 10 minutes or so time. We'll see how we're doing when it comes to where we're at on this Gym Leader Castle, because I'm not sure if we're going to clear the whole thing tonight, so that may be something that we wrap up in our next stream, which will be on Friday, this coming Friday that is. So we will see how that unfolds over the next 10 minutes or so and see how we're both faring on this. Oh no, poor Ponylar. Super effective. Oh, Rhydon may not survive this. We shall find out. Oh, look at that! 1 HP! Oh, no! Oh, that's cruel.
Works both ways.
Rhydon, you served us well. Thank you very much.
Cause you're right on time.
How is the food?
Delicious.
Good. Let's send out the Cloyster.
Another random reference that always comes up when I see Cloyster is the old Red Dwarf thing where it's like, Cloyster, Lister, Lister, Cloyster, you see?
Yeah, 100%.
Jeremy, I've sent you something on WhatsApp. I appreciate you probably can't look at it right now, but it will be worth your while when you do.
Okay, noted. I do not like Ponyta's animation there. That upset me greatly.
Rapidash is the same. It's one of the first things I did when I installed the game myself was like, well, I want to see the horses, obviously. And I was like, oh god, it's like bamboo sticks in a bag that just wobble around. I don't like it.
Bamboo sticks in a bag?
That's it.
Oh, right. Okay.
So earlier, I was trying to remember what, you know those bamboo sticks?
Ooh, ghosts.
Everyone has them in their garden. You know what I mean?
No, 100%.
What do you call them?
What, bamboo sticks in a bag?
No, as in like those, 6 foot, 3 foot bits of bamboo that you use in the garden to like hold up plants and stuff. Your mum usually has them. What would you call that?
A bamboo stick.
See, I would call it a beanpole.
Fair. A bit trellis has been said in the chat.
Trellis, yeah, that's the thing too. The thing is, I was going through like, and I was like, cane, that is correct. Bamboo cane, also correct. Bamboo stick, yeah, also correct. But I'm like, none of these seem right, and it's because my mum and I always used to call them beanpoles. That's why.
A growing cane has also been mentioned.
Yeah.
So we are going to be facing a combination of the following team: Ghast, Lee, Haunt, Gen, Gar, Goal, Bat, Licky, Tongue, Tent, Cruel.
I love that they couldn't fit in Tentacruel, so it's sort of like... Idiots. So obviously we've got Ghost and Poison for the first three. Flying and Poison for Golbat. Water Poison for Tentacruel?
Yeah.
Lickitung is just normal, right?
Yeah.
Or is it normal?
So I'm tempted to start with Rhydon again, because he seems to be the good tank of this round.
Rhydon. Yeah. Oh, yeah, solid, yeah.
And then maybe... Nah, Clefable's normal, not sure.
Lickitung's Japanese name is Beroringa, which sounds like something you'd say with your tongue all the way out.
It also sounds like the name of the song by a band called Alter Bridge, which is also the theme song of the wrestler in WWE, Edge. The song is called Metalingus.
1 second, I'll see if I can find out why it's called. Can I just point out that the German name for Lickitung is Schlurp.
Is what, sorry?
Schlurp.
Sure.
The French one is Excellent, which literally means great tongue.
It shouldn't be that funny.
In the red and blue beta, apparently Lickitung was only called Tongue Tied, like TYD at the end. I'm like, great, we just need another Red Dwarf reference in here.
Tongue tied, tongue tied.
Yeah, you make me tongue tied, tongue tied.
I've not watched Red Dwarf in ages.
Oh, Beroringa may be a combination of Bero, which is the colloquial term for tongue, Berori, which is licking, Bero, which is like Kero, an onomatopoeia for licking, and Lingua. And I'm like, the lingua just coming in at the end there. There's a reason that lang, as in the French word for tongue, and lingua are similar words.
Fair.
Nom, nom, nom.
You know what? Let's go with Onyx. We'll just see how this team does.
Do it.
It's basically the same team as last time. It's Haunt.
I don't like how its horn turns around. That shouldn't be possible. Yeah, I love Neath. Neath and Meowth are exactly the same, etymologically speaking.
Uh-oh. No, but what about my Surf?
I think Surf's a special move. Oh no.
Okay. Well, I may as well just try. I'm half expecting this battle may be a little bit of experimenting.
What else? What is wrong with that?
Oh, blimey, okay. Good job that my next attack is... Dig!
I am a monster, I'm digging a hole. Diggy hole.
Attack me, Haunter. Oh, what? Come on.
Oh no, they got hands. I don't see because it's got hands. Anyway.
Oh, come on!
I was making very similar noises last night as Volcarona just kicked my ass over and over again.
Oh, great. Well, if Surf hits, it may take off an HP, or it'll wipe me out, one or the other. Oh, yeah. There you go. Punch myself in the face.
Myself in the face! And I'm punching my face off. Okay. Gonna punch all my face off.
Cloyster!
to the tune of Brave Star.
Yeah. Because why
My
not?
brain forgot what Jolteon was called, and I just wrote on my book Volteon, and I'm like looking at it like that's right, that's right, but also wrong. Oh, what's wrong here? That's like wrong.
Okay, I can tell this battle may be one that we're going to have to redo, but no matter.
There's the attack. Attack power down. The intense battle continues.
Come on, Aurora Beam.
Crying? Is he crying?
Who?
Oh, they're his fangs. I couldn't work out what his face was.
Defense is down. It shook off its confusion.
Go
My
on,
dog is
Cloister.
outside, and she's so angry that she can't come in and eat my goddamn food.
Is that your dog?
I can just hear her tick tack tick tick outside.
Pokemon is coming out.
Coming out.
Oh, it's Gengar. The
Gengar-
Pokemon are a
Gengar's had a day.
different type.
Gengar is like, try me, bitch. Do you know what I really love about the fact is that this is exactly the same way Oh, that face was horrible. The same way that Gengar moves now. Because I've never played a Pokemon game before. I had Gengar out as my like companion Pokemon. He does that little dance for a bit.
Hmm.
Then he jumps up and he just floats around like a tethered balloon.
Hmm.
It's adorable.
Gengar's the best.
He is. I love him. That face though.
Don't do Mega Drain. Don't be like
Loves
that.
jobs you hate.
Oh, why did I pick... I didn't mean to pick them. I thought I picked Aurora again.
Oh, he used Clamp, and now the manga has 55 volumes, and there'll never be a good resolution. That was a really specific joke.
Hey, look. Is there any manga you're referring to specifically in that?
Man, just Clamp, man.
Just Clamp in general. Okay.
I've got several manga projects that they will never finish. Because one of them's going to die at some point.
Here's a Pokemon.
Okay, we're switching out
Hi
again.
then.
Will this Pokemon swap change the flow of battle?
Oh, that's too close. Detective Conan, yeah. Not quite as bad as One Piece, though, is it? One Piece is taking the biscuit, as it were, for ridiculously long.
I mean, look, you know what? If it's still going. I mean, Berserk is an
Yeah,
instant.
it's kind of difficult now for people to get in, I think, because it's like, okay.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, there is like a point where, in theory, people could jump on again,
Mm-hmm.
sort of part way through. But yeah, it's obviously far more if you're on from the beginning. But what they have
Yeah.
tried to do now is do some movies where it kind of recaps certain arcs in like 90 minutes.
I mean, it's a good idea because then, they'll get more people in.
Hmm.
The 10th battle continues.
So, from the chat, also, you don't want Clamp to finish something. That way always lies heartbreak and tragedy.
I mean, he's not wrong. I would have quite liked them to finish Legal Drug, but they just rebooted it because they're mad bastards. And I'm like, great, so you can just not finish it again. I remember. I was there, Gandalf. I was there 10,000 million!
Oh, I don't think I'm going to get this.
We're down to the last Pokemon. There's just one
Although-
Pokemon aside now.
You also don't want Clamp doing short manga, because one of my favourite mangas of theirs is a short one, only 4 volumes, called Wish. And, I mean, it's 20 odd years old, so I don't really feel like I have to do spoiler warnings, but at the same time, if you don't want to hear a spoiler for Wish, the 20-year-old manga by Clamp, then maybe, mute for the next 10 seconds. Yeah, they set it up.
I'll try and do a sign on screen, like I'll kind of do it.
Yeah, Jeremy will give you a thumbs up when I've stopped talking
Yeah,
about
I'll do
it.
a big thumbs up when the spoiler talk has ended, should you want to mute. So
Probably,
spoiler
but
talk.
no one's gonna care, but anyway. So yeah, Wish is basically, it sets up this beautiful, sweet, really innocent love story between an angel, which is very progressive for the time, and just quite a jaded doctor character who he's just a sweet boy. And just as they're just sort of getting to the point where they're understanding each other, the doctor just fucking drops dead, and they're like, yeah. sorry, we knew he was gonna die, said all the demons around character. Just, we didn't want to upset you. Because all the demons up until this point are like, oh, why does he smell so? No one's made the, you know, it's because he's about to die, so demons, like, will be, like, attracted to him. And you're like, thanks, Clamp, that's great. They do kind of have a happy ending in the fact that they jump forward, like, 100 years, and the angel gets to meet his reincarnation. But it's not the same person, it's just Clamp. Anyway, spoilers over. Jeremy, spoilers over.
Yeah, big thumbs up there. There you go.
Cool. Sorry.
And also big thumbs up, so I just wiped Tentacruel. There you go.
Tentacruel?
Sorry, correction. Tentcruel.
Harriet, have you seriously not read Wish? I will send you all 4 volumes. Do not mind. But, you know, maybe watch it when you're feeling like quite mentally solid, because it's great, but it can be very sad. There's a cat in it where, you know, his personality changes if it's day or night. It's adorable. Tokyo Babylon, yeah, R.I.P. Katya, don't!
Yeah, on Harriet's stream the other night, she was talking about sort of manga that she'd read and whatnot, like sort of underrated manga and whatnot to read. We got to like a big, deep conversation between her and chat, obviously, about sort of the various manga and whatnot. So it's funny how like this conversation has just completely naturally also come into this chat as well. It's quite fun.
I mean, I'm an unnatural element in most conversations. I just scared the shit out of myself because I minimized a window and there was that picture I did of the quintessons with 3 dog heads on it, and I'm like, what? Oh no, you made that, Claire. You literally made that. You don't get to be frightened by that. I spent an hour at 3 o'clock in the morning, this morning, photoshopping a picture of our future king's face to make him more smiley. It is a cursed image, and I'm going to the Tower of London. Nobody asked me to do it. Nobody paid me to do it. I should have been asleep. There was no reason for any of it. Help.
Just the way you said, nobody asked me to do it. I should have been asleep.
In fairness, so my friend, you know him, a streamer called Captain Hurricane, found a bag of bunting that is coronation themed, and in a spectacularly terrible marketing decision, they decided that the best image to go on this bunting was a large image of King Charles's face. But he's not smiling, he's just grimacing, and it's the most awkward image, and I think my picture, honestly. I also quite like the one where I did the crash zoom on his face and just had the word king in large letters. That made me laugh at 4 AM, I tell you.
And I assume that Keith did not arise from his slumber either.
When?
When you laughed at 4 AM.
Oh, no. He does. He sleeps like the dead.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah. What are you doing? What am I doing in my life?
Let's use some strength.
I can hear her doing crimes outside.
There you go. Lick it tongue is down.
Did Jessie have a licker tongue in the anime? And didn't it always used to just lick her and she was like, ooh?
Yes, that sounds familiar. So it started off with like Ekins and coughing, right?
Yes, and then they basically got their Pokemon evolved by crying on, which amazing.
Because then they traded, but I can't remember who for off the top of my head.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't be able to tell you that.
She ended up trading it for Wobbuffet. There you go.
Oh yeah, I know she had Wobbuffet later on.
So, here we go. Gym leader, as it were, for this particular gym. We are facing potential combination of Alakazam, Hypno, Kadabra, Executor, Mr. Mime, Jinx.
Well, it's nice to know that if we die, someone's here to enact our will. Executor.
Fair. My brain. What combination would you like?
I don't like any of these people. Oh, I think Rhiannon's got a suggestion, Jeremy.
Well.
That's my boy. My boy!
Okay, well, all I will say then is... as the opening to the battle, or, like, in reserve, as it were?
Yeah, what would you do, Rhi? Where would you put the boy?
Possibilities are endless. And the possibility is starter or reserve. Reserve, fair play, fair play. Alright, well, given we've had relative success with our tank, how about we just go for the combo with Rhydon... That button. Rhydon, then we'll have Parasect. Anyone in particular? You're thinking?
Want it?
Oh, no, I did not mean to pick that. Hang on. Reselect. So, Rhydon, Parasect. Alas, we do not have Jinx this time, otherwise I might pick it, just for a laugh. Cloyster?
Yeah, we don't have Jinx this time, Rhi.
Cloyster or Onyx?
Or the Stereophonics.
This is what happens when you had food.
I mean, arguably it's better, but also it's probably worse.
Let's go with Cloyster. I'm calling it. Right, let's go!
Hey, hey, let's go, Kikasu, let's fighting love.
We're up against Hypno.
Fuck this guy. In particular.
Confusion, okay. Am I confused? No, I am not. But I dig a hole.
Diggy diggy hole!
Now Hypno has no idea where I am.
He's like, I will my mind to your mind.
Oh! Hypno is gone.
Nice!
What will the next Pokemon be?
Rhydon the tank. Everyone's favourite, Mr. Mime!
Nobody's favourite. Mr. Crime.
What now?
I'm not sure what that was in response to, Matty, but we don't have access to Steel in Gen 1. Or Ash's stepdad. Oh, no! No!
Oh, wow.
Imagine being Professor Oak and being cockblocked by an actual animal.
So Mr. Mime is going to do Solar Beam. Hopefully, will it one-hit it? Yes, excellent.
When I say cockblock, I mean literally, like, because every time Professor Oak tries to get in his house, he just hits, like, an invisible wall, and Mr. Mime's just, like, grinning at him outside the window, like,
It's Alakazam.
Those spoons are a dick! My spoon is too big! My spoons are too big!
Well, this might do me in. Yep, thank you for your services, Rhydon. You've been a lovely tank. Would you like Parasect or Cloyster against Alakazam?
Alakazam's pure psychic, right?
Sure.
Parasect. Yeah, I'll go with Ray on this one.
I just saw in the chat, my boy.
So, Matty just said, careful, Yuri Geller might sue. And I'm sure you know, Jeremy,
Yep.
that he absolutely did.
Yep, hence the reason there was not a trace of a Kadabra card for, what was it, like 20 years?
I think it was Alakazam, because I don't think Kadabra had the spoons.
I'm sure Kadabra had one, and I think it was that specifically, wasn't it?
I don't know, but recently they actually settled.
Hmm.
No, I knew you knew, Matty. I was just, in case anybody, like, was mentioning it, didn't know. But yeah. Also, Yuri Geller, complete and utter grifter, and you gotta respect it. You know, he made an entire career out of that shit.
What a furious battle!
Also, very interesting point is the fact that when he was starting to become popular in the US, they brought him on this talk show, ostensibly to, like, you know, so he could talk about what he was doing. But what he didn't realize was that the people who were running the talk show were ex-magicians and really did not like his sort of type of flim-flammery. So they basically put him on the spot and he looked like a goddamn idiot on air. Unfortunately, everybody was like, well, they bullied him, and he then became more popular than he'd ever been before. So while trying to discredit him, they actually gave him his start.
What now? The attack.
Very interesting if you're someone like me. I have it under consultation. Is that I'm gonna look that one up.
Under Consultation, it's a podcast about the Games Master TV show. It's a really fun one.
Attack continues.
That's a very specific podcast.
But boy, do you get a lot of 90s references in there, though, that they cover.
I
Holy,
like the idea, yeah.
it's great fun.
I mean, yeah, because if you're doing something about a Games Master show, they obviously talked about lots of games, didn't they? Gotcha, yeah.
And they even got, like, Dominic Diamond on a few times as well to, like, discuss various points of Games Master.
It didn't do much.
Remind me who Dominic Diamond
The
is?
host. The Scottish host.
Underground again.
Sorry, I always think of Patrick
Continue.
Moore.
Oh, yeah, because he was the...
Yeah, he was the original one, I think, but obviously he died. So.
Sorry, we're currently in an endless dig battle here, where this dig attack is now going to end me because Parasect can only be a tank for so long.
Furious battle.
He's done amazing.
Yeah.
There's another podcast I listen to, Jeremy, called Lawmen, and it just ends up being a bunch of 90s references because it's basically two men in their late 30s, early 40s, one of whom has like 2 children. And so obviously a lot of the guests they get on are the same kind of demographic, and but they're quite self-aware, so every now and then one 40-something-year-old men podcasting. Oh, Christ, it cracks me up.
Oh, come on, Cloyster, come on.
What's this? The same fucking move again?
Go! Aurora Beam!
Icy dead people! Critical hit!
Oh!
We're so close!
In the words of Metallica, so close, no matter how far. Oh! Oh!
Ah! Fuck you! You're going down, bitch! Noch einmal! Well done.
There we go.
Good job.
There we go.
Ende Batterie!
Yeah! And that's that gym cleared.
Hell yeah.
The Saffron battle has been cleared. We now have the key to Blaine.
David Blaine,
Sure.
do you... Cinnabar's gotta be fire.
You'd think
Just
at this
sounds
point, right?
scary. I think so, I think it is.
It must be.
Do you remember back at the beginning of the internet, Jeremy?
Back at the beginning of the internet.
Do you remember
where is
at the
this going?
beginning of the internet- At the beginning of the internet, there was this sketch series of these 2 guys who were basically being stalked around by David Blaine. It wasn't actually David Blaine, it was a guy pretending to be David Blaine. But he would do all the weird kind of, you know, close-up magic that he is known for and just frighten the hell out of them. And the thing of it was like, you're a demon, David Blaine! And it was just, oh, so... There was one where he walks into their house and they're like, get out of my house! And they're like, no, it's fine, I want to watch a video with you. And they're like, which video? And he went, this one. And he pulls a VHS off the thing. This is how old it was. I went, oh, that's a video, that's a home video of my 10th birthday party. And I'm like, yeah, it's fine. You nothing weird about that. Let's watch it. And they put it in, and then when we start watching the video, it's like this kid's birthday party, and then David Blaine walks into the back of the shot like, "Hello, guys." You're like,
I have a vague recollection of that. I have a vague recollection of it. That's the best I can say.
car disappear. Well, he makes their car disappear, and it's quite funny because it's like there's no special effects, so they just have to do this swing around where someone just really quickly drives the car away. And he's showing one of them how he can do like levitation. He's thing where you do one foot and you kind of make the other foot go down. And one of the guys like, I can see your foot. I can see your foot. I know it's not what you're faking it. And then his mate's like, help! And he turned around and he's on the roof. He's like, put me up here! Oh god, man, it's so funny. I'm just gonna Google "you're a demon, David Blaine."
So I guess on that note, then, given we've got a heck of a long time at this point, do we want to save the next gym for the next stream?
I think that would be a good idea because I'm frantically losing any kind of focus I had. And I'm sorry, I apologize. You don't deserve this.
It's been great fun. I've had a great laugh, and hopefully everybody watching has had a great laugh as well. So
I hope so.
So with that being said, then, everyone, thank you very much for tuning in tonight. Hope you've had fun on this Saturday edition of the Friday Fun Zone. We will be back this coming Friday, usual time, 7:30 PM UK start time. We will continue / hopefully wrap up this Gym Leader Castle run on Pokémon Stadium. Then we shall progress from there, as it were, and we'll see what takes our fancy next, because you never know what might be on the cards. Who knows, there might be some more games. Oh, thank you very much for the follow. Really appreciate that. Apologies if I pronounce this wrong. I'm going to say Aisharat or Aisharat. Apologies if I pronounce that wrong, but thank you very much for the follow. Really appreciate that.
Cool, that's good. Nice.
Indeed. So, as mentioned, Friday, 7:30 PM UK time, we'll be back here for the Friday Fun Zone, continuing the Gym Leader Castle battle on Pokémon Stadium. Before we go, Claire, anything you would like to impart on our wonderful audience?
I'm gonna try and eat before we start next time because this was fraught, you know. And I hope you realise, Ree, that no matter what game we play now, if Jeremy ever asks me my opinion, I'll be like, I think we should use Parasect. So I'm playing Final Fantasy 13. Yeah, Parasect. Use Parasect. What have you got? You got a bug? It's Parasect. But yes, no, thank you for joining us. Thanks for sticking around. And yeah, we'll see you next week.
Indeed. Folks, have a lovely rest of the weekend. Until next time, speak to you soon.